Hey guys, welcome back to another live stream. Yeah, it's really happened. It's really happened. No cans, by the way. I was really drunk earlier on, so yeah, no more cans. Nice. That's what I'm going to say about that. But yep, it has really happened. Newcastle have been sold. Mike Ashley gone. Steve Bruce, his time is running out, and yeah, Newcastle are now the richest football club to ever exist. I mean, that I've said 2-3 days ago. I mean, now I've never dreamed of something like this, but today it's all different. But that's his Adam Pierce, absolute legend. Cheers for that, mate. Has our players absolute legend yourself, pal. But I was going, yeah, come on, my brother. Listen, it's a good day being a Newcastle United fan. But straight away, though, again, I'm on StreamYard here. So if there's any YouTubers want to come on, literally just give us a message on Twitter, and I'll obviously send you a link. You can go and have a chat what you think about Newcastle's takeover. But that's just, yes, lad, it's a good night. And it's James Wiley, by the way. You all right, mate? Yeah, it's a great night, isn't it? Gareth Bale will be a great first signing. Actually, let's quickly get StreamYard on my phone. I'm not constantly pressing my phone. Actually, give us just a sec. Sorry about this, guys, but yeah. I mean, we all knew it was going to happen yesterday. I was literally on at 1 o'clock in the morning last night talking about this. We all knew it was going to happen, but still, though, when you saw that tweet when you can't say that the Rubens, the retweeted stuff, I mean, God, it's just mental, and it really is mental. But yeah, I get the comments on the screen now, by the way. Gareth Bale will be a great first signing. I mean, a bit of a hasty first sign, I'll have to say about that. But we'll see. You never know. You never know who we're going to sign first. But Gareth Bale will be a bit of a mental one, that's for sure. Congratulations. Thank you so much, pal. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Newcastle United. If you're a new fan, welcome. How are you doing, Adam? I'm doing good. I'm not going to be hungover tomorrow, thankfully. I was really drunk when I was at the ground doing. I mean, I had to go home early because otherwise I just would have been done tomorrow morning. Oh yeah, lad, more cans to go. Like no more cans today. My hangovers are really bad, actually. Now that you said that, but can't have hangover. No, I can't. That's correct. Good to see you, China, doing well. It's good to see you once again, mate. Obviously, you've been loads of my live streams back in the day. Yeah, definitely a different live stream with those ones, that's for sure. But thank you for your continuing support, mate. I mean, I think we're just shy of 300 subs from 10k now, which is just mental. I mean, yeah, it's just mental, isn't it? But I can't believe where we sit as a club now. I mean, never in a million years I thought this thing would happen. I really felt like when it collapsed last summer, that would have been it. I didn't think it would come alive at any point, even with the court cases. I was still really hesitant. I still think it wouldn't budge, but damn, times have changed, haven't they? Who do you believe should I have signed first? I've said this in the previous stream. I think we should get centre halves and centre midfielders first. I think we really need some depth in there because the players are just shit there, really. Our goal this season to stay up. We should be able to do it. The players we have now will be a lot more motivated to play. Obviously, a new manager's going to come in, so that will kick them up. But obviously, Christmas time is going to be some investment made, so we should be fine. Especially a team like Norwich League. I mean, it should be a no-brainer whether we're going to stay up or not. Keep Bruce? No. We are not keeping Bruce. He'll get the sack next couple of days. But if any of you haven't seen Craig Hope's article yet, by the way, I'll get it up. It pretty much tells you Amanda Staley's sort of strategies and what ideas just kind of got going for the club. But there's some really interesting ones I will go through, though. I'll give it just a sec. 1 second. But Craig Hope, I mean, I would love it, by the way. Steve has got sacked and Craig Hope's on the phone, like, giving the news because those two hate each other. So that would be really funny. But yeah, I'm going to read the article for you guys, from Craig Hope. So 1 second. So these are the main bullet points. So this is the main part of Amanda Steve's interview. So obviously Newcastle's long-awaited £305 million Saudi takeover has been completed. Magpies' new owners want to transform the club into a football's new superpower. So they straight up said that we want to be the next Man City or PSG. So I mean, yeah, a bit of a mental first statement, but they came out and said straight away that we want to be one of the best teams in the world. The club's new co-owner Amanda Staley outlined the ambition of the consortium. So pretty much, if you haven't already seen her interviews, pretty much just said she wants to be consistently challenging for major honours and she wants to win the Premier League within the next 5 to 10 years. That was her goals in Newcastle United in terms of the next 5 to 10 seasons. And Steve Bruce is set to be axed with an £8 million playoff. But believe it or not, in terms of the managers who won in, Brendan Rodgers is one of the ones named. I can't see us getting Brendan Rodgers. Would he really leave Leicester? I mean, Leicester's a really well set up team, so I can't see him leaving Leicester. Well, that actually was one of the names, man, that Steve said. I was really surprised at that one. But what's this here? So, what a day. Brilliant to see. So can't believe the richest club having the world on our mental, mate. Good seeing all the people there. Sorry, I don't remember much, but Cheds were coming out and see us. Obviously, people out in the video as well, but Conte, I think Conte is the one that Newcastle will go for. I think he's the most realistic one, and obviously he's a great manager. His last ever match in the Premier League was a 3-0 loss to Newcastle for Chelsea, so there's an interesting fact for you there. But I think Conte will be the one, personally. But him and Zidane are the two available ones that obviously haven't got a job at the minute, depending how realistic they are. But I think you can just splash any money on managers these days in the World Cup in the club. I think both of them are realistic. How are the lads? I may appreciate it. Obviously, great win for Wolves last week, but yeah, I can't believe Newcastle got to take off that match. That match was shocking. Yeah, she did. Next 5 to 10 season, she expects Newcastle to win a Premier League title. I mean, yeah, it's high expectations there, but I mean, that's what I want to hear. I mean, if you want, that's what I want to hear. It's just, Jesus, I mean, I would love to see that, but we'll see how things go. How much we take Wise for if we saw him? This is the thing with Newcastle United now, though. Yes, the likes of Declan Rice, these sort of players we could buy, but you know for a fact that teams like West Ham are going to bump Newcastle big time. Richest club ever. You know for a fact there's going to be a Newcastle tax on these players now. It's just that simple. It doesn't matter who we're going to go buy now. There's going to be a tax on these players, and I mean, yeah, I can't blame the clubs because that's good business by them. But in terms of Newcastle, though, I mean, a player like Declan Rice is going to cost Newcastle upwards of £100 million. I mean, that's just what it's going to cost for these sort of players. Hello again. It's good to see you again, mate. Definitely a different stream from the was 12 hours ago, that's for sure. But if anyone who has a YouTuber, by the way, wants to talk about their football clubs, feel free to message me on Twitter. I will send you a link across if you want to come and have a chat. But yeah, Newcastle United is under new ownership now. Incredible. As a follower, Xavier Conte manager a team that hasn't competed for a title is a bad move. You think? All right. It's an interesting way of putting it. So I did like my Chelsea in the little spot he had. I felt like our Chelsea job at the time was really hard for him, but I think Conte and Zidane are the two main ones at the minute, and Newcastle probably should be going for. I can't believe Amanda Steve said she like Brendan Rodgers is one of the targets. Brendan Rodgers, there's no way we're going to get Brendan Rodgers. Why would he leave Leicester? I don't believe that one for one bit. We can dare dream. Exactly, probably can dream now. I can come in this live stream. I can say it's no longer embarrassing to support Newcastle. I can sit here. I can be proud to wear this shirt. About time, honestly. But I mean, it is the best feeling in the world. It really is supporting this team now after all the shit we've been through. Just sitting here and eventually saying that, yeah, we've made it somewhere. The club. I mean, yeah, it's a little better way of putting it. Really, as honestly how it is, but. The videos from the day are doing really well, by the way. Literally, Takeover vlogs already got 6,000 views. It's been up for like 4 hours, so that's mental. And the hour one as well, when obviously the news got announced, that one's got about 18,000. So cheers so much for that. Appreciate it. But Declan's going to be 100 million. Yeah, exactly. I mean, these players are going to get bumped for Newcastle. Like, why would you not? Because we've got so much money. They're obviously going to do it. But yeah, it was super packed. There's still people at St James's Park now. I was extremely drunk, so I didn't stay too long. Yeah. I didn't want to be hungover tomorrow, so I thought I'd head off early and get my video up. But Sam Fender turned up there about 9 o'clock. He was in the Bobby Robinson statue, some guy with a violin playing, but not a violin, I forgot what it's called, but one of the instruments. But I mean, yeah, it's a ridiculous day, isn't it? I'll tell you all, money's good. I mean, I couldn't believe what the true Geordie said, by the way. He was part of like getting there, obviously, about the Takeover, but that was the same guy 6 months ago that was slagging Man City off having their own money. I mean, hypocrites. And we got to be fair on it. I never slag Man City for having that money, but I mean, God, he is a bit of a clown. But Man City's Champions League title is hard again. Man City, yeah, they should have won it last season. I was shocked how bad we were against Chelsea in the final. I really felt like that should have been the one for them. We'll be watching Jordan and Mbappe tear out the Premier League. I will see how these players go, but yeah, I mean, Mbappe, imagine that, man. But I don't think we're going to get Mbappe anything soon. Yes or no to Eddie Howe? No. Before Takeover, yes, but no. One of the managers that's going to be here for the long term. Eddie Howe has not got any experience with this sort of money, but no. Sorry to be a dick, but no. He's still streaming the Have a Rest, lad. Now, I streamed from about 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock, and I started streaming about 10 to 11. So I would be streaming about 2 hours a day, really. But yeah, in terms of streams, so this will be the last one about the Takeover, by the way. It's got to come out, though, because, I mean, Takeover's confirmed. Everyone's going to be celebrating, having a great time. So yeah, I had to come out one more, I think, just to really celebrate it. But there still will be Takeover videos. In terms of tomorrow, I've got a video planned. Saturday, I'll be at the Gateshead game. Next Monday, I'll be down at Newcastle in the 23 game. Be interested to see them play, by the way, because about 95% of those players will get booted out next season. So it'll be really interested to see how those players kick on. Imagine we won the Europa League. I would like to see West Ham do that, but they haven't got the squad depth. A player like Antonio, if he gets injured, I mean, you got to be screwed, really. But West Ham, when they do have the best 11 now, built ball line unstoppable team at time, they are really good. Because exactly those against having a lot of money, but now Newcastle are bought by a richer foundation. I mean, yeah, there are a lot of hypocrites out there. I'm not happy with the amount of people that are kind of slagging Newcastle off and just take, oh, well, of course we're going to celebrate. I mean, we're not going to celebrate because of the background side of the area. How I don't be daft. I mean, we've got Mike Ashley before, he was a clown as well. That was the same guy that a woman had literally gave birth in a toilet and sports director because she was that scared of going to lose her job. I mean, how But I'm going to Gateshead game on Saturday. I'll see you there. I'm definitely not going to be drinking for that Gateshead game, so I don't want to be fucked. But man, people coming out, taking them over high ground, going outside his bad back one, only jealous of that. I mean, I've seen so many Sunderland fans talk about it. If it was Sunderland had this team, I would not be saying that. I would have chat absolute shite. They really do. A little bit of the Jody eye, the Iron money. I mean, that Iron money's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. But 1 second, I'm going to quickly have a look at my Twitter. Like I said before, if anyone wants to come on, obviously have their say about Takeover, just talk about your football club, feel free to ask, and make sure to send you a link on Twitter. Why do you guys go for Zidane? I think we should go for Zidane. I've said this in the last live stream, but the background of Zidane is 25 years ago when he was a youth player. He was coming up the ranks, Newcastle United. The offer was there. The handout was there for Zidane. We turned Zidane down because we did not think he was good enough for this football club. That's the mentality we had 25 years ago. We turned down a future Ballon d'Or winner from this club. Imagine 25 years later, he comes back as a manager. Oh, beautiful. But let's keep it to you two. Good to see you, mate. Listen, Jason, you want to come on the show? Literally just give us a text on Twitter, mate. I'll send you a link. But I'm buzzing, mate, to say the least. But there'll be a strong Newcastle next year. Yeah, there will be. Stronger than it was this season, that's for sure. But I would come on, but on Twitter, it's sound, mate. It's literally it's no worries. Mackins won't stop crying. I mean, oh god, I still can't be listening to YouTube. I slagged us off yesterday. I mean, listen, bitchy in League One. But I do respect the fans and stand by it. I know for a fact that if it's League One, I've really struggled to watch the team week in, week out. But yeah, a lot of those fans have been slagging us off quite a bit. So I mean, to those ones that can shove it. Hi Adam, what a day up the Toon Army. Yes, up the Toon Army, mate. What a day that was. I mean, 7th of November 2021. Get it down in the calendars, get it down in the history books. I was there at the ground when it happened. I mean, yeah, I'll be telling my grandkids about that one. What a day that was. But Zach Wilson saying Zidane good player. I mean, that's the biggest upgrade in football history. I mean, going from Mike Ashley, Steve Bruce, and Lee Charney to Amanda Stevie, the PIF, and the Rubens, and obviously the potential new manager, someone like Zidane. I mean, that has to be one of the biggest upgrades ever. I mean, fucking hell. But Jared Bourne, I really like Jared Bourne. I felt like Newcastle should have signed him when he actually wanted to come to us at first, but we never really made the offer to him. And eventually, you got West Ham came and got the deal done. That was such an obvious one for Newcastle. But Jason, I'll send you a link now. Get a Newcastle fan and have his thoughts about the Takeover. There again, give us just a sec, Jason, lad. There we go. But I mean, yeah, I love Jared Bourne. I would still take him now, even with the Takeover. I think he's a really good player. There were 27,000 empty seats. It was definitely a huge stunning chance today. Don't be bitter, be better. If you've got any old money jokes to tell them to pay off, fair enough. But I see Jason give us just a sec, but I'm not a Newcastle fan, but he's got his own channel, so make sure go check him out. There's a lot of Steve Bush jokes on his channel. I mean, I'll be honest, he's not going to be doing them much longer, but anyways, adding to the stream now. Is you right, mate? I'm going to quickly change the like, yeah, was right?
Yeah, I can hear fine.
So, mate, I mean, thoughts on today, then?
I put out a tweet saying that I'm valid now before I go to work. And then there's another one that says, okay, if you're not going to do it before I go to work, do it when I come home. I want to be a part of it. I come back from work and it's happened. I'm like, no, I wanted to be a part of it. Why? Why couldn't I celebrate it at the time? Why couldn't I get that notification?
Yeah.
I am so happy now. He's finally gone. We've got our club back at last.
Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't think it would get announced. So if I got announced about 5 o'clock, didn't it, or something like that, like 4, like with 10 to 5 or something like that. I thought it was a lot earlier than I thought it would be. But I mean, listen, in terms of yourself, Jason, obviously, you got your own channel. Let's quickly talk about it to the viewers.
Yeah, keeping it to YouTube, or keeping it to YT. Do Newcastle content. Yes, I say Newcastle because I'm a southerner. So it's always the castle, not the castle. When I'm not doing Newcastle content, I do little comedy clips. I've got a nice little video coming out in the morning that I've put together just recently. So that's it's just to fill the spacing because I don't like covering the internationals. I hate international breaks. So just to pass the time, I'll just do random stuff until we're ready to go back against Spurs. Hopefully with a new manager.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see Bruce lasting much longer. I mean, the owners already came out and said they were looking for a different option. I mean, I don't know whether he gets sacked, but I don't think he'll make it past Sunday. I think within the next day or two, he will get the job. I mean, listen, he's going to get £8 million. I can't believe he's going to get that much money from the club. How we even got that as a sacking bonus? I mean, Jesus Christ there. But listen, you can enjoy that £8 million. Do want to Portugal or something. I don't want to see him again.
Don't forget his giant Sports Direct mug as a farewell gift.
Yeah, I know. But we got a club back. Yes, we do. That is correct. But just off the bed now. So I appreciate you coming on, pal. But I mean, Jason, in terms of next manager, who do you want or who do you think we're going to get?
The ideal manager that I've always liked and wanted to go for would be a Max Allegri type. But if we want to continue around down the road of most teams wanting to have a young manager in charge, I do have quite the liking to Robert Kovac at Monaco. He, to me, is like a young Sir Bobby or a Rafa type. He is, whenever anything goes wrong, he is straight to the touchline, barking orders. He is so vocal and extremely angry, and that's the type of manager that we need. And I also think going down the foreign route again is the answer that we need as well.
Fair enough. I mean, I can't comment on that. I've literally never watched him work before. I mean, yeah, he seemed quite confident on him, but yeah, I mean, I take anyone, to be honest. I mean, it's not going to be Steve Bloody Bruce's it, so
no, hopefully not.
As long as there's someone that can work with the players or work with the money they're going to get. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you can't work the money you're going to get given, yeah, I mean, you're going to be in for trouble. But yeah, the point is, though, the club's got a direction. The club has funds. The club has ambition now. There's actually a light at the end of the tunnel, which have been begging for decades now. I mean, in terms of you, Jason, I mean, you're obviously a bit older than me, but what's it like? I mean, after decades of absolute dross, what it's like just sitting here now and just knowing that the club actually has a future.
I ain't that old, right, lad? Let's see. Well, I grew up. I was lucky enough to grow up in the Sir Bobby era, so I managed to see the entertainers at their best. For me, the entertainers at their best before Ashley took charge, and it's definitely not been the same as what it was under Sir Bobby. Yeah. Okay, you could possibly say a couple of times like under Roda and under Pardew, where we actually got back into Europe. Other than that, it's been absolute rubbish. So to actually have the club back and it's amazing for all of us, and hopefully we can see the return of the entertainers again.
Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, I've seen quite a mixed opinion this sort of comment here. So someone in Saudi Arabia is going to start supporting Newcastle United. I'm all for new fans of this football club. I want to be one of these worldwide teams. We've got hundreds upon hundreds of millions of fans. I want that. But yeah, in terms of Newcastle United, there are benefits just because, I mean, it's more commercial-wise. It's a lot more interest in the club. I mean, yeah, I love seeing new fans at the football club. In terms of me, in terms of obviously all the fans who go to the games, I mean, we've got a lot of fans who got our season tickets. I mean, it's not going to affect us, but I mean, I'm all for new fans at the club. I want to see a lot more people supporting this team. But yeah, I mean, obviously, me and you were sat in Paul's stream on Tuesday talking about that Wolves match. I mean, 2 days later, I mean, what? I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, it's just mental, isn't it?
Oh, well, a couple of days, 48 hours ago, it's like depression down here, and now we're just sky high. It's an amazing feeling, and well, until I well, it made me laugh anyway, just to see Bruce come out and say he wants a chance. He wants a chance, and I mean, come on, you've had your chance on your bike.
Oh no! I mean, he's got some cheek, and I don't know if I'm going to get sacked or what do you think, Steve? He won 5 in the last 35 pounds, but Baz, send you a link across now. Baz will get him on the stream as well. Yeah, his thoughts on the takeover, but yeah, he was going to get the P45, Steve Bruce, and he deserves it. He had a chance to walk away. He didn't walk away, and now the option will be taken away from him. I mean, to be fair, he's going to get a shit ton of money from it, but still, he should have never got the job in the first place, and he did steal it, and it's that simple. But
never wanted him to begin with. Still don't want him. So to see him go would be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, like for example, I interviewed a Newcastle fan today. I mean, admittedly, he was quite pissed at the stadium. He's like, "I feel sorry for Steve." He's no, I don't feel sorry for Steve at all. Nah, I couldn't believe that one, but. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like Steve is going to be like homeless after this. He's still going to get millions of pounds. He'd be going, but he'd be Portugal next week. You know what he's going to do? Straight, you go on holiday and you forget you ever work in Newcastle. I'll be honest, I don't even know if he'll work a manager's job in his life again. I mean, he's going to get that much money from Newcastle. Does he really need work an hard job? I don't know, but yeah, I mean, if anyone does get Steve Russo, I am so sorry. That's what we'll say.
The bloke could have possibly brought the club himself. The amount of payoffs he's had throughout his career.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he'll come out every single week at the press conference and he'll say, "Oh, I've got the experience." What experience? You got Hull relegated. The biggest thing you've done in your manager's history is a bottle of 2-0 lead in the FA Cup fight. That's all you've ever done. I mean, but the best Premier League season he had in his career was getting a mid-table finish with Sunderland. Darren Bent scored 25 goals in a season. I mean, that's the only thing he's really done, really. But yeah, it's just.
I just heard on Paul's channel is like Steve Bruce is coming up to, or if he is in charge against Tottenham, it will be his 1000th game, and yet he's only won roughly around 300 of those. So it says a lot.
Jesus Christ, man! I mean, how he has had about 1,000 matches in the Premier League, I would never know. He is still living. Yes, when he played football, he was in his day a world-class defender, but he was a dog shit manager. And listen, Bruce, see ya. That's all I've got to say, really. Take your job and do one. But yeah, I mean,
amazing defender, yet can't teach his own team how to defend.
Exactly. I mean, we've conceded the joint most goals in the league alongside Norwich, both 16 goals in 7 games. That's more than 2 goals a game, man. That's just disgusting. But yeah, in terms of the takeover happening, what's the sort of first thing that comes into your mind? Like, what do you want to see change straight away, or what are you excited to see even?
Well, we need to change those wheelie bins for a start. Bring in some new wheelie bins for the training ground. It's mainly that training ground that definitely needs to change. We need equipment, not rubbish that's bit of paddling pools or stuff from Argos that's been brought. I mean, really, we not just get a load of helicopters, go straight over to Man City, airlift their training ground and come place it on top of ours. They can have the wheelie bins from now on because we're richer.
I still can't believe it. Millionaires, professional Premier League footballers actually share the paddling pool at the training ground. That's like the best thing actually. Oh, I mean,
definitely the training ground is the first thing that we need to sort out. There's no point adding to the squad at the minute. because we can't go in for freebies because we've filled our 25-man squad. But then someone did say maybe pay off Gillespie because he's not going to get a game. Pay off Gillespie, get rid of his contract, bring in someone else. It was
exactly.
stupid. It was stupid to name 4 goalkeepers in 25-man squad to begin with.
I mean, it's just a thing though. With Woodman, he's want to be a third choice. I know he's kind of struggling the time he's had, but I don't know. I mean, in terms of goalkeepers, I don't mind at the minute. But speaking of Newcastle fans, we've got Baz here again on the stream now. Again, on our channel, World of Sport TV, we get him on there.
Baz,
can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't hear you guys. Technology. Fucking hate it at times. I can't hear you guys. I'll come out and come back in again.
Okay. But fair enough. But it happens to the best of us. But I mean, what was I going to say again? Actually, it was about a training ground one. I mean, yeah, even me, for example, I'm not a good football player. Right? I played my college team, right, in the 4th team, but not the 1st team at college. I've actually played a better training grounds at Newcastle, man. It's a Premier League training ground. The Benton Park is a farce. It's outdated. It's crap. I can't believe that was a Premier League training ground for like 10 years or something. I mean, oh my God.
And yet his upgrade was what? Just a lick of paint. That was it. Wow.
Yeah. But in terms of players coming in, well, that one, for example, I can't see again. I think Palace are really good with how they keep these sort of players. I think Zaha, they would charge Newcastle like £100 million. I mean, he's just not worth £100 million. But
Zaha is more of a same position as ASM, so I can't see that one happening. Definitely need a striker and definitely one that isn't injury prone.
Exactly, yeah. But we'll get Baz back in the stream ourselves. We'll see if his headphones work this time.
Whoa, that's too loud. Yeah, I can hear you. I'm a bit rough. Got to go to bed soon, but I thought I'd pop on. What a fucking day.
Baz, you stay on for as long as you want. You leave whenever you want. It's no rush. But listen, Baz, you got your own channel, World of Sport TV. You got all sorts of stuff on there. You want to quickly plug yourself? Yeah.
Oh, go on then. Why not? Golf show on Monday night. It's amazing. Started 7:30. We had Jeffrey Boycott on it last Monday, which was an amazing guest. We do lots of Newcastle stuff, Arsenal stuff, West Ham stuff, Aston Villa stuff, MMA, crypto, anything you can think of. So if you fancy dropping by and having a look, that'd be much appreciated. Yeah,
I mean, I should go check both the guys out, both legends. But I mean, yeah, you got a lot of sports on there now. I see you expand quite a bit. It's good to see. But I mean, I've got to ask you straight away. Thoughts, Takeover done, new owners. What's your thoughts?
Oh, just absolutely buzzing. It's been 14 years, hasn't it? You know, I've been lucky enough to support Newcastle United through the Kevin Keegan era. Then I've had to go through the disappointment of Kenny Dalglish, Graham Souness, Sam Allardyce, you know, Steve Bruce now as well. All those absolute shocking managers. We've had a Ruud Gullit, you know, and now this just feels like a complete new era. It feels like a rebirth back since 1989, you know, when it all happened on 1990. So it just feels amazing. It really does. I know my face doesn't look like it, but I am so excited inside. The flu has hit me hard.
I know, but down there for the tickets, get hold of. I mean, I looked earlier actually. It was like a queue of 2,000 people wanted to got announced for the Tottenham tickets. I mean, if you haven't got a season ticket, it's going to be near impossible to get these tickets. I mean, everyone's going to want to see Newcastle now, especially the new Takeover. But I mean, 10 years of the season ticket, I'm glad it's finally paid off for us. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've two seen it though. I put that tweet out yesterday on Twitter. I got 1,000 likes how to wear a Saturday costume for the game next week. I mean, God, thankfully I'm not the only person doing it, but I've got to do that next week. Yeah.
The thing is, with tickets, I'm so unlucky because I gave mine up when Rafa left. I was part of that 10,000 that walked away. But I always said, if it got rid of the owner and got us into a new era, I wouldn't mind sitting on a couch watching it because I know that my one stance, that one person can make a difference. So, you know, good luck to everyone who gets tickets. I've looked at season tickets again, but you've not got a chance. But I will get to the ground. I'm going to the Brentford game. I can't wait for that. But yeah, it is a bit sad that I won't get a season ticket for a while again. But I feel so happy and privileged that we're now going to see a team finally actually pushing back up the table again. And it's going to take time. Don't get me wrong. But we're going to, in the next 5 years, we'll be aiming for that top 4 and then hopefully challenging for the Premier League, which is just incredible to think. Because 2 days ago, we're all like, are we actually going to fucking sack Bruce? And now it's like, well, he's going to get sacked and we're going to do whatever we want.
All you've got to do, Baz, is on next Saturday, sneak into the ground and just go and sit in John's cobweb seat. He ain't going to get touched in a while.
Well, I'm quite lucky. I've done a bit of a deal with John. I've told him I'll buy the tickets that he doesn't turn up to. So I'm quite fortunate because as soon as I knew this took, yeah, it's Silver Line, and he doesn't turn up to them. I mean, it's been empty for God knows how long. I'm like, John, I'll buy your ticket off you, mate. All he's got to do is send it up. I'll buy it off him, and then I'll send it back down when he wants to go. So it'll work out quite well. There's always a way.
Get rid of Steve Bruce and bring in Hansi Flick. I mean, what are your thoughts on that one? I don't know anything about Hansi Flick, I'll be honest, but thank you for the £1.79. That will be going on more cans for next week. But what are your thoughts on that? Though, do you two agree with that?
I'm trying to think if that's a piss take name, to be honest with you, mate. Hansi Flicking something. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to work out the algorithm of that one.
I mean, that better be a piss take. I've actually felt for that verse.
Yeah. For me, for a new manager, you probably maybe covered it already, but there's two ways to go down. We either getting someone amazing now who wants to take the club forward for 5 years, or bringing Eddie Howe to the end of the season. He keeps well, give him a golden handshake, and then move the club forward. But I have also said on my stream this earlier today, I said there's one name that a lot of people might disagree with. But I think if you want to give someone a 5-year contract or 3 to 5 year contract, that's going to save us and then push us up the league. A bit like what Man City did. They did it gradually with Mark Hughes and that, and then they brought in Mancini. Graham Potter's our man.
Hansi is actually a coach. He's the German national team manager.
I think I got bugged off.
Oh, is it the one that sticks his hand down and shoves it up his... Yeah, I know what you mean now.
No, that's
Oh no, that's someone else.
What's his name? Joachim Low? No, not Joachim Low.
Something like that.
Scratch and sniff.
Yeah. But what do you think of Graham Potter? I think he would be perfect for 3 years. Give him a 3-year contract, and then if he hasn't took us forward in 3 years, as long as he's kept up and then progressed for a bit, it then puts us in that Man City situation where you can look for a bigger manager at that point.
Oh, I adore Graham Potter. He was really good at Swansea. I mean, for Brighton this season, I mean, he's incredible. Even last season, I mean, even though they weren't picking up results, it was managed to do them to have taken chances. But the way Brighton played football, you couldn't believe that team like Brighton, they're almost outplaying every single team, which is mental. But I'm a really big fan of him. I don't know if a man this league would go for him, but we'll see really. But yeah,
it's a shame because they're talking about Graham Rodgers. I mean, for me, Rodgers and Potter, they're cut from the same cloth. And it'll probably be cheaper to get Potter.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't think Newcastle could get Brendan Rodgers at the minute. I mean, yes, Leicester, I mean, who knows how long he stay there for, but I mean, Leicester's got a good project, they've got everything going for them. I think Newcastle are already a European club, so, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get why we'd come to Newcastle at this moment in time, but I've seen a lot of these sort of comments about it, saying when Newcastle had to stay in the league this season first. I mean, used to after the news today, you think Newcastle players are kicking on, or Christmas time, you think the players are coming and keep up?
Well, in my league prediction, I had us finishing 18th. But now this has all happened. If we can get rid of Bruce now and bring in someone in, I'm saying roughly about 12th based on the start of the season we've had. If he stays any longer, then we're still going to stay in that bottom 3.
What about you, Baz? You thinking 12th for Newcastle as well? Or?
Well, I'm thinking we're going to stay in the league because if we are in trouble in January, they will open the purse and then they will sign players that will hopefully keep us in the league. And maybe it won't be too late by then. It's a bit like when Mike Ashley gambled when he brought Sissoko in and Gouffron and saved us from getting relegated that year. I could see that potentially happening again. And I've sounded out a few names for players who I think we should go for. Things like Jimenez at Wolves, I think we should go for him. Ndidi at Leicester. Van de Beek at Man United, he's not getting a game. Try and get him on loan to the end of the season. You know, he's a player of pure quality. They're the 3 I would like to see us try and sign because I think they would come because we'd offer them bigger wages and they are 3 quality players that could take us to the next level. Because we need a striker without a doubt. Because Wilson won't stay fit for the rest of the season, so that's got to be a priority.
Yeah, maybe we need a new team now with this money in, but yeah,
got to be realistic. Remember, this is the thing that a lot of people have gone mad with the richest club in the world, and that we've got to remember that this money that the Saudis have isn't Newcastle United's money. It's a public investment fund money. It's going to be used for lots of other different things as well. But Stevie's come out and said, we will invest, we will do things right, and I think they'll do it like Leicester did. So we just got to enjoy the ride, really, and let's not get too carried away, and just let's get this season out of the way with. Hopefully we stay up, and then we'll be on to bigger and brighter things.
I mean, in terms of money-wise, I don't know how much you will spend, but I mean, to be fair, I've read Craig Cope's article before, and Man City did say that she was wanting to be like a super club, like a Man City PSG. I mean, I don't know, we'll see, but I mean, the ambition's clearly there. The owners, I mean, they've been trying for 4 years or something now. I mean, I know Man City has, but I mean, eventually got it done. I mean, I can't believe I'm sitting in a live stream and saying that we are the richest club in world football.
It's mental, isn't it? So happy. It's just, do you know what it is? I'm not even that bothered that they're the richest club in the world. All I'm bothered about is that we've got rid of Mike Ashley. I hate saying his name. And we actually have belief that we're going to be competing, and not competing for titles straight away. We're going to be competing to stay in the league, to mid-table, and then push ourselves up there and doing it the right way, because that's how they want to do it. And that excites me.
Yeah.
It just feels like just feels like a huge pressure just been lifted off our heads now that Ashley's gone.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there was a stupid rumour today that Salah's coming at the end of the season. It's like, come on.
We might just go out and help Barcelona out of debt by buying all their players. We could afford it.
I mean, there's a lot of good Barcelona players, to be fair, a lot of the good youngsters, but I mean, I would say I don't want Luke de Jong, I don't want him from Barcelona.
But I heard in January, if we really needed to, because of us not spending any money over the last 3 years, that we've got 190 million to spend through the fair play rule, because we haven't spent any money. So we've actually built it all up that we could actually spend 190 million and still be inside the fair play rule, which is a crazy amount of money. We won't do that, but we could if we wanted to. And if the Stelvies and the Piff and Rubens wanted to do it, they could blow everyone out of the water in January, and that would keep us in the league easily.
Yeah. Hurry up, January.
I mean, a lot of people want Hansi Flick would be perfect. Just won the Bundesliga and Champions League with Bayern Munich. I mean, I come to German manager. I mean, I just don't know if he'll come to Newcastle. I mean, the money's there. I mean, these managers want the money, and the money will be there. But yeah, it'll be interesting. There's so many options out there right now. I just don't know who I want, really. I mean, it's just that sort of thing, innit? You got everything in front of you. Like, what do you want? I'm like greedy at this point. Like, I don't know which one I'll pick, but yeah, I mean,
we've got to be realistic. We're second bottom of the league with 3 points, and this is what I try to level everyone down. We can't just go, let's go and get Pep. Let's go and get the manager of Bayern Munich. Let's go and get the manager of Real Madrid. Yes, we've got the money, but we haven't got the position. We haven't got European football. We've got to start off slowly like Man City did. Mark Hughes took them to a level and then couldn't take them any further. Then they brought in Mancini, who then took them to the Premier League title within 2 years. Got to start thinking on that kind of level. And that's why I think Howe or Potter, Thomas Franks from Brentford, if he carries on doing the way he's doing with Brentford, these 3 guys could easily take us to a certain level and then set the platform for us to then kick on and go forward. It's not all going to happen in 1 year, so we just need to, get our expectations set at the right level. It's hard because today is an unbelievable day, isn't it?
I mean, it's still now. I mean, I came home at 7 o'clock because I was really pissed, so I just come on. I mean, I looked about 9:30 or something. I mean, Sam Fender's like in the Boy Robson statue, like singing these songs, and I mean, it's just mental. There'll still be people there now. I mean, if you look on Twitter, just type Newcastle, and there'll still be people at the club right now. I mean, it's just ridiculous, and I mean, I can't believe I went to the ground today just to witness the Takeover. Like, what planet am I on? Am I living like a dream or something? I mean, I really never saw this coming. I don't know about you two, but never in a million years I saw this coming.
I never saw it coming. I mean, mouth of the time tweeted out yesterday saying there was a plane coming in with Amanda Stelvey and the person who witnesses our signature, I got excited at that point because I thought, Jesus Christ, this is actually happening. And all the planes were coming in, you had all the plane watchers saying it. And I knew yesterday the takeover was actually going to happen. But 2 days ago, I was just dead in the water thinking the best thing we can do in this international break is just get rid of Bruce. And that was it. That's all my hopes pinned on. And now, sky's the limit. It's mental.
Exactly. I've said this 100 times already, but I can't believe I was in Paul's show 2 days ago talking about how depressing this club was and how there's no future, how bad again. I mean, I just can't believe it. But it's Joe again for not donation. Thank you so much, mate. You're so generous. But get James Rodriguez back to the Premier League in Newcastle in January. Even if he obviously didn't go to the Saudi League, I'm not a fan of James Rodriguez. I don't think he has the heart anymore. He just wants money. Then he didn't do much at Everton. He obviously took the piss out of Rafa. And I mean, he's not a sort of player I want. I don't know about you two, but that's not a player I want at this club.
No,
definitely not. I would have had Townsend and Jamar a great start of the season, though, to be fair. They've done amazing for Everton. And I would love Rafa back, and I know it won't happen, but everyone said Rafa left for money, so we've got money, and if we offer him enough money, would he come back up the road? If he's all about money, he would.
I think he's loyal to his contract.
Yeah. He is too loyal.
He's had a good time at Everton as well. I mean, Everton have got a good chance to get into European football.
Fifth, aren't they, at the moment? Fifth, I think.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. But
Ancelotti did start well before they started to dip.
But Rafa won't let it dip, though. You know what Rafa's like.
True.
Rafa's a master tactician. Yeah, the football won't be as exciting as a Graham Potter or someone like that, but Rafa knows how to win football matches. And that's what we need right now as well, someone who knows how to see a game out. Because that's our weak point. I don't know if you've ever noticed it, you probably have and probably mentioned it. West Ham concede straight after half-time, concede before half-time. Southampton concede in the last minute. Man United concede in the last minute. Aston Villa concede in the last minute of the first half, a bit in injury time. It's happened so many times through this season. It's been unbelievable, and it's cost us points.
Yeah, so, I mean, we can't see it half the heavy. It's just that simple. But instead of games, guys says up there that Adam Shearer moment when it's like, I mean, remember that says you feel like it's up there.
I do. I remember that. I was 14 or 15 at the time. And I remember reading it on teletext. That's how old I am.
Teletext.
Yeah, teletext. And I just couldn't believe it happened. I didn't get to go to the ground because I was too young to jump on the metro from Whitney Bay to town on my own. And my dad wouldn't. I think my dad was at work. He works nights like I do. I just remember the euphoria around signing the record-breaking striker at the time. And this feels like that kind of moment again. And I've been very lucky to see Shearer's first goal, seeing his record-breaking goal. You know, I followed him all the way through his career. He was just unbelievable.
Yeah,
still not the best player ever to play for Newcastle, though. Peter Beardsley is.
Yeah, Beardsley was world class, but I can't judge. I didn't watch his players live, so I couldn't really give you mad. But two of you, don't want Rafa back. When you look forward, not back. I mean,
Paul, man, fuck off.
Lauren Robert was my favourite.
Yeah, he was class as well.
I mean, he gets results, Rafa, but I mean, I'm going to sound mental saying this, but his football wasn't exciting. I mean, I'm saying that based off Steve Bruce's playing. Our football wasn't exciting every single week, so I'm definitely ungrateful saying that. But I mean, yeah, he's a fantastic manager, but his football wasn't exciting. I would like to see more expansive football, something different for once from Newcastle. But
look at how Everton are playing, and you think about the money we've got and the players we would attract. Better football will happen. It's just he'll have them organised as well at the same time. That's the difference. And Everton are playing good football at the moment, and they're winning games. So I'm jealous.
Baza, what do you think about Bruce saying he wants a chance under the bonus?
He just wants his payoff, man. He's such a cretin, isn't he? He's a bottom feeder. He knows this is his last job in football because nobody's going to touch him after what he's done with us. League One, League Two, if he's lucky. But it's time for him to retire and take his money and run very, very far. He's not a Newcastle fan, and he never was.
He's got some cheek, and he's saying, I mean, I'll give us a chance. I Bruce, mate, we'll give you a chance.
All I ask is for a
1-0-7 this season, mate.
Billy put up the best GIF ever about Steve Bruce. I don't know if you've watched it, The Office, where you've got Brent when he's in the office and he's getting sacked, and he's having that conversation. Don't, please don't sack me now. I'll turn it around somehow. I'll do it. We're starting from now. Like, get out my office.
I've seen it when I was not doing it. Coming in here, Life of Dads. Thank you so much for the from a non-Newcastle fan, I can say very happy for you guys, loyal fans that get to know. I mean, you get some cup ones again, much respect. Appreciate that, man. Obviously, thank you all the new football fans coming in, all the fans from different clubs coming in and saying their thoughts. I mean, appreciate it. I really do. Yes, it's an unbelievable time for the club. I mean, yeah, I understand. Obviously, people would like to be their club. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that Newcastle will struggle like you sort of League One, League Two teams. I mean, look at the likes, even Sunderland, for example. I mean, they've been through more shit those last few seasons, as much as I don't like them. But I'm not going to pretend like we've been through like as bad as them. But we definitely had some awful times with the Mike Ashley, and he deserved to be there to go. I'm so glad he's gone. But in terms of that, though, thank you for the donation. Obviously, thank you for people's support. But yeah, I mean, in terms of this one, your Liverpool addiction is Sonny, right, mate? What a top one as well as. I mean, God, I hate FSG. I really am not a fan of FSG. I feel really bad for Liverpool fans. I don't know about you too, but I can't stand FSG.
I'm not a fan of American owners, to be honest with you. The way they tried to change the game and tried to change the way they were getting one games over in America, like 1 game a season or 2 games a season. I don't agree with that. It's the English Premier League. It's meant to be played in England for our fans, not for the American fans. It's like American football. Should never have brought it over to the UK and played it in Wembley Stadium or Tottenham Stadium. It's their sport. Play it in their country only. We can go over and watch it. That's what they should be doing. So, but I don't feel sorry for Liverpool fans. They've had enough success. It's our turn.
Right, fair enough. Okay. What about you, Jason? In terms of owners in the Premier League, I mean, Newcastle definitely had the worst ones, haven't they? I mean, Mike Ashley, I mean, how he's had 14 years as Newcastle, I never know. He's had 1 good season and 14 hours here. And, God, what a waste of time.
2 relegations.
Yep, 2 relegations. Yeah, only had... was it 4 relegations in the entire 127-year history or something, and 2 of them on Ashley. Yeah. God, what a joke.
I'm just glad he's gone.
To be fair, though, there's also Burnley as well, isn't there? Burnley have got a horrible manager at the moment. How that takeover ever went ahead, I do not know. I do feel sorry for them.
That just puzzles me. They get taken over. How they pass the test to see if they can stay financially stable, and they end up being 90 million debt.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? And that Burnley one, I felt like on paper would have been a good one. If so at first I felt like, oh, maybe this is the turning point for Burnley, but shite ones on. I mean, God. But I mean, I've heard a lot of people say this already. I don't agree with one bit. A lot of people saying, "Oh, mate, Ashley done the right thing selling the club to the Saudis." Listen, if anyone put £300 million, he would have sold it, no matter who it was. I don't think for 1 second he done the right thing for his football club. I don't know what you guys think about that, but no chance. I think, mate.
Have you seen the tweet? Apparently, someone else came in with a higher bid, and he said, "I did the right thing by selling it to the Saudis because I thought they were the right people to take the club forward." It's like, fuck off, Ashley. You already had an agreement signed with them. You probably couldn't have accepted the higher offer even if you wanted to, because we know deep down you would take the higher offer because you're that kind of person. Yeah, he's a knob. Trying to make him feel like the hero right at the end of his 14-year shit tender. Fuck off.
I want to wind up.
Is there any positive you could say about Ashley? Maybe like kept us out of debt.
He sold the club. That's about as positive.
He sold the club.
I felt like that was a positive. I'm glad he's at the club. But it really, so much else to say about him. Any other positives about him? I mean, yes, it was a fluke. We did have 1 season in Europe. I mean, cheers for the 1 season of hope, but that was it really. I mean, nothing else on him. Thanks for the 2 relegations. Thanks for Michael Owen. Thanks for Joe Kinnear. Thanks for John Carver. I mean, he can go on all day long, just naming these tracks. I mean,
was Michael Owen and Mike Ashley signing? I thought he was a thingy Bob signing. I thought he was.
No,
it was not long after Ashley came in, wasn't it?
I'm sure it was before.
2005. No, I was wrong. He came in 2005.
It was one of Freddie's last ever signings, one of the worst ones he ever made. Shiva was still playing then. And Ashley didn't take over until Shiva retired.
My bad, but thanks for Cisco. You definitely signed Cisco.
Yeah, Cisco. Yeah. Cabaye was we got so lucky that season when we finished in the 5th, and that was only because we had a world-class scout who found Tiote and Cabaye, and them two in midfield were just phenomenal together. And all our troubles happened when Cabaye was sold and he wasn't replaced. It was as simple as that. Everyone could see he was the missing piece. We still haven't replaced him. You're right. Well, we tried with Shelby, didn't we?
I mean, we've told you that season, he had one of the easiest jobs in world football because he was offered all the players. Would you like, yes, he's injury prone, but you like Demba Barner for him, a player you know can score goals. Would you like Captain Cabaye of the lady team has just won league, and would you like him as a sign? I mean, he's obviously going to have a great time. I mean,
they were cheap as well, weren't they? That was the thing. They were cheap. 4.5 million for Cabaye, and I think it was only 3 million for Tiote or something like that. They weren't expensive. And then Brohet and Banner for him, and then Papa Cisse, who had that unbelievable half a season run. It was just incredible.
Yeah, I mean,
but it all gelled for one season, and that was it. It was just over after we sold Cabaye and didn't want to invest.
It was a mess once to sell Cabaye. But thank you for getting on our donation, Daz. Speaking of manager has been linked. I saw on Google Conte has been linked. Can't see why not the free agent. I mean, what do you think about that? I think Conte is a realistic show.
He's favourite in the bookies, isn't he?
Yeah, and he did say his next job's going to be a project.
Right.
So, I remember when I looked early on, actually, I don't know if he's the favourite now, but when I looked early on, Gerrard was actually favourite to begin with. Conte was third.
I don't want Gerrard.
Gerrard was favourite, I think. But it would have changed by now, by the way it was Gerrard when I looked in.
Well, when it all first broke, it was Conte at 5-1, Howe at 6-1, and then all the rest were a bit higher. Then you are right. Gerrard did then go into favourite. Conte was second and Howe was third. So Gerrard, I mean, he's done it in Scotland with Rangers. He's still learning. Is he the right man for Newcastle? Would he want to manage Newcastle? He's not waiting for Klopp to leave Liverpool and then take that job. So Conte would be a great shout. I'd have him all day long. I just don't think he'll take over a team that's got 3 points and second bottom of the league. That's my only thing. I think that's the stickler.
I don't know. The money's there. That's what I'm kind of thinking. I'm just trying to think his mindset. Yes, I mean, it's a struggling team. God knows what he's going to do if he was to come. But I mean, as managers these days, it's just not much loyalty with the managers anymore, I feel like. And I think you put the money on the table, I honestly think these sort of managers will just snap away there. I mean, especially if the plans of Man City come out saying, we want to be winning the Premier League title next 5 to 10 years. That's just a long time. But I mean, they came out and they've already saying that, we want to be one of these super clubs. I mean, I don't know. The project's there. It's just who's going to take it, who wants to take it, and it's going to be really interesting. We'll see next week. Seeing who's the option to go for. But
even Simeone is being mentioned as well. And it's like, I mean, would he leave Atletico Madrid to come to Newcastle, second bottom of the league? It's like, come on, a bit realistic. But you never know. He wants to manage in the Premier League, doesn't he? So, I mean, if we're going to go all out, if we're going to go all out and get a manager, you want Pep or Klopp, don't you?
I mean, I don't know if Pep and Klopp are quite chopped down to Newcastle, but I mean...
Money's there. Money talks.
Yeah, money talks. But still, I mean, at least for Conte, he's actually a free agent on like the ones who've already got established clubs and established European spots. But but Man U fan, congratulations. Newcastle's Sleeping Giant with loyal fans is a great city history. I wish you good luck for the future. Thank you. Again, clubs from fans of our clubs, thank you so much for the support. I mean, even for Man U, for example, I mean... It's more competition for the teams like Man U. I mean, it'll be interesting to see for sure. I've heard a lot of people saying that, it's disgusting and our team is trying to buy a league. I mean, listen, every team is trying to buy a league at this point. I mean, why just pinpoint it on Newcastle? I mean, I'm sick to death of yelling that one, I'll be honest. But I don't know about you used to seeing any of them, but it really ticked me off when I've seen them. I've seen bloody loads of them.
I haven't seen many of them, but it's just one of those things, isn't it? I mean, Man City have bought the league over the last few years. Chelsea bought the league when Abramovich came in for the first time. We're not going to be throwing all this kind of money that people think we might. It's just the big six are now very, very worried because they're going to have a new boy in town. And then the likes of Spurs and Arsenal aren't going to be part of the big six anymore. It's going to be the big four eventually, or the big five, because those two teams are going to struggle to keep up with us now. And Man United will always stay up there. Liverpool and Chelsea will always stay up there because they've got the fan base, they've got the owners, and they can splash the money when they want to. So, there's only so many amazing players out there. Not every team can have them all. So we'll have to see what happens. Yeah.
I think Arsenal really are screwed, mate. I think out of the big six, I think Arsenal's the one that's going to be in the biggest trouble. I mean, Stan Kroenke is an awful owner. Let's be honest, they've spunked £150 million in the summer. They haven't really got any amazing signs. And I mean, yes, there's a couple of right ones, and I think they're still saw good signs in the long run. But I mean, it's not enough to go for the top four that they once consistently got anymore. I mean, they better hope they get the Spotify tier, because otherwise, I mean, they are screwed. They really are in for a hard time. I mean, yes, they've had decades upon decades of success, but I mean, I don't know about you, but I still don't like seeing fan bases get shafted on, because obviously we can relate to these sort of issues with owners. I mean, I'm glad that I can say I'm a happy man with these takeovers, but there's still a lot of clubs out there that are really on the shit.
Yeah, you would hope that, there'd be some sort of rescue package for other leagues and things like that. At the end of the day, these guys are worth so much money. They've always said they wanted to help out. So let's see if they can help the Championship out, League One out, League Two out as well, because that would be nice of them to do that. But as for other clubs with shit owners, I mean, Arsenal, yeah, they are crap. Spurs have got a pretty poor owner, which is why I think they'll drop out, because I think they will lose Harry Kane and then they'll struggle. But, we're not here to cry about other clubs tonight. We're here to celebrate our club finally being taken over. 14 years of shite. I don't think they were that bothered down the road. I would say 95% of their fans, Liverpool's and Man United and all that, did not want this takeover to really go through. But there's a lot of genuine fans out there who do. I work with a lot of Man United fans, and they were like, "Oh, I hope it happens for you," because they could see how depressed I was at work, trying to be involved in football conversations, because I didn't want to be. And they obviously love Steve Bruce because he was a hero down at Old Trafford, wasn't he? So they kept on calling him the Mackham Messiah to me, and I wanted to punch them all. So I can now walk into work tomorrow night and just go, "Fuck you."
All they all need to know is that the sleeping giant is bloody waking up.
And it's waking up. It'll take time, but we will be competing with them. And I think that's all we can ask for, is to compete.
That's the thing now, and I mean, I can say I'm no longer embarrassed to be Newcastle. If I can wear this shit with pride, I can actually go out and publicly go out to wear the hell I want and wear this Newcastle top, and I'm not getting pissed whipped out. I mean, that's what you can do now. I mean, it's just, it's honestly the best feeling in the world. There's just only words going to describe so much, but
it's even worse for me being all the way down south, and I'm out and about wearing this. I have to put a hoodie over it just to cover it up sometimes, with the amount of Man United, Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea fans about.
You never have to do that.
Going, we're worth more than you.
But I quickly plug myself. Yeah, if you guys haven't already subscribed to the channel, I know there's over 200 viewers at the minute. I mean, we're just 1,700 before, so on the road to 10k. I mean, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure to get down there and do so. Obviously, smash like, enjoy, appreciate the support as always. But in terms of obviously Baz and Jason, yeah, they both got channels as well. Make sure to go check them both out. Really seven guys. World of Sport TV, and it was. I'm sorry, Jason, I forgot yours. What was
keeping it real to do?
Drop the comment. Get rid of that comment.
Let's just get rid of it. Right?
Get rid of the
comment. I'm a Spurs fan as well. Poor Spurs fans. I do feel sorry for Spurs. Daniel Levy's a shit manager. Keep it to Whitey. That's it. I was close.
Right there.
Right there. I have both the channels on there. Make sure I go check them out as well. But I mean, 10 minutes to. This is the day it's happened. 10 minutes to a brand new day. The first day under brand new ownership. I mean, wow. Really am lost for words.
All we just need to hear now is the next breaking news. Bruce has been relieved.
Sacked. Exactly. As we're just about to say there. I want to wake up in the afternoon. I want to hear everyone's pissed because Steve Bruce has been sacked. That's what I want to hear at 2:00 in the afternoon when I've got to get out of bed. Please tell me Steve Bruce is fucking sacked, because I cannot stand to see his face anymore.
I'll ring up work and say, do you know what? I'm not coming in. Bruce has been sacked. Yay!
I wish.
But how long do you two think he has left? Do you think he got the more, or do you think he has a day or two with his goodbyes?
I think he's clearing his desk now.
Well, apparently Amanda had a conversation with Jamal Lascelles and him, and she said they're not decided on his fate. But if she did say in her interview that she's listened to all the fan forums and took on the advice, and even though they hadn't took over the club, she was still listening in, still understanding what the fans want, 95.6% of Newcastle fans who are part of the trust want Steve Bruce gone. That's all the evidence you need. You can see we've only got 3 points. We're struggling. Just get rid of him. Just do it.
Yeah.
Don't wait. Get rid of him.
It's obviously great to see Amanda Stevie be so involved with the club, but even if she didn't do, I mean, 0-35 record of the season, he won 5 last 35. You don't need any evidence to look at the record. That's all you need to see. Steve Bruce, I mean, let's be honest, his head was just above the water. That's what he's been doing for years in Newcastle. I mean, thank God he didn't get us relegated last season. That's it, at least. Yes, during the national pandemic, I'm not going to kiss his arse, but thank God we weren't relegated. I mean, if we were relegated, I mean, this probably wouldn't be a thing today, but I mean, yeah, I guess he didn't get relegated, even though he won up this season. But yeah, he gets his £8 million for getting sacked. Do whatever the hell you want. I don't want to see you again. It's that simple.
She doesn't even have to listen to the fans. Also, she's got to look at the stats to see that he's the worst manager in Premier League history, and then just think, "Do you know what? I ain't having that at my club."
I just think she wants to give us 2 parties. She wants to give us a party today with the takeover, and because it's Friday tomorrow, she wants to give us a party that Steve Bruce has been sacked. So we've got another reason to get pissed.
I can't agree with this comment, by the way. Someone saying that when Newcastle got relegated second time, Mike actually invested in the club. He didn't invest in the club. He sold players and then invested that money back in the way. I mean,
yeah, of course he did. He sold Wijnaldum, didn't he?
Wijnaldum, Townsend we saw. And we got Pochettino, who had big wages at the time. I mean, he put the money that we earned from those players back into it, which, I mean, he didn't spend any money, did he? He just put that money back.
We earned about 70 million from sales, didn't we?
Yeah, but we spent about 70 million on the players, so we literally spent what we sold. So he didn't invest in all that.
Someone put up a chart of chairmans or owners who were putting their own money into the football club, and Mike Ashley was right at the very bottom of that chart with 0 pennies.
Exactly.
So that tells you everything. And he gave himself free advertisement. So extra money that we could have had to invest in the players and in the squad and in the stadium and everything else, he took for himself, and he gave himself an interest-free loan as well. So all that is now gone. And fuck for that.
Yeah, and what's your thoughts with financial fair play laws? I mean, this guy's saying you can spend 90 million over the first 3 years. I disagree with that. I mean, you can spend what you earn, but you can't earn more than 90 million pounds. So
apparently, that's not true. Because where Mike Ashley's only spent so little money over the past 3 years, we can avoid we can avoid the financial fair play for the next 3 years, so we can spend whatever the fuck we like.
I said that 190 million. That's what I heard. 190 in January if we really wanted to. So
no, Newcastle earned more than 90 million pounds. You earned for finishing 12th last season. You earned probably more than 100 million pounds off Sky and BT alone for the TV rights. I mean, and even for example, next season, for a fact we're going to change the sponsors, and a lot of people are kind of predicting the Saudis obviously get their own sort of sponsor, which could have essentially be a loophole in the financial fair play laws. I mean, I'm not a legal expert, but I mean that's what a lot of people have been saying. But
that's what City did, and I think they were starting to get nailed for it, weren't they?
Sorry?
That's what City did, I think, and that's what they were trying to get them. Premier League were trying to nail City on doing that. Putting in sponsorship money that was technically not really sponsorship money. So we've got to be careful with that one.
Yeah. But even about financial fair play, it's just Newcastle can spend money now. We actually have an ambition. We actually will spend the money. I mean, listen, we spent £20 million in the summer. I couldn't give a toss how much we can spend on the new ownership. The fact is we can spend that money. I mean, will we spend that money, which is the important part. I mean, all Newcastle fans want is a team that challenges for trophies, and a team that actually tries week in, week out. We didn't have that on the Mike Ashley, and it's that simple. I know a lot of people see the richest club in history and expect Newcastle just to go out there and win everything. I mean, yes, everyone would love to see that, of course, but I mean, it's you got to be realistic. And Newcastle fans, we remember where we were. I remember all those shit years I've seen watching Newcastle, and I'm happy to see any Newcastle will make Ashley Newcastle. So we'll see what happens to the club, but I would love to see her win trophies, but I mean, I'm just glad to see a club that's actually progressive.
Do you know what I would love if we won the Carabao Cup? I'd die happily.
just really win any trophy.
Just Carabao Cup. Just a
Carabao
trophy. Cup. Give me that cup. I'll take it. I'll celebrate that like it's the Premier League and like it's the European trophy.
Top it up and drink from it.
Trophy. Definitely.
I feel a lot of these sort of comments as well about who bought. I mean, yes, obviously there's a lot of controversy around the Saudis, but I mean, Mike Ashley's our last door, and Newcastle fans want someone ambitious. I mean, I've seen a lot of Sunderland fans paper about this. I'll be honest, if Sunderland had the Saudi takeover, they wouldn't have mentioned this human rights stuff in the background. I mean, yes, we can't just put it under the carpet, but I mean, it's a day to celebrate. It's not a day to sort of dwell in that sort of stuff, I would say, as a Newcastle fan. But yeah, it's just a bit messy, to be honest. And I mean, I don't know what you two sort of think about.
A quick one on that, right? This is the way I see it. The Saudis have control and money in Facebook, in Twitter, in Instagram, and all these things that we're using. Saudis have got money in it. So if it's just Newcastle United you've got a problem with, why haven't you got a problem with everything else? F1, they've got money in that as well. The government, property development in the UK, they've got about £60 billion in property in the UK. So if it was a problem for all that, why is it just a problem for Newcastle United? I don't get it. I understand the side of it, but we've got separation. So apparently it's not part of Saudi who, did all the horrible stuff. But they're working with two Jewish people. So surely they're trying to be better people as well, because if they were that uptight about their own rules and about who they were dealing with, they wouldn't deal with two Jewish people, would they? Do you know what I mean? So I don't, Disney as well, yeah. So again, all these things that the Saudis own, you're all using them, but yet you're coming and complaining to us, asking Newcastle fans to be the moral high ground. But why should we? That's what governments are for, not what we're for. If the government had a problem with the takeover of Newcastle, they would have said something. They don't. We need the investment. We need the investment in the area. Yes, let's try and change their perspective on human rights by being the fans that we are and understanding their culture as well, and then maybe trying to change it that way. But it's not for us to get involved with at all. It's a government problem, not a football club's problem.
Not to mention the fact that there's so many other teams that are owned by Saudis as well.
Exactly, yeah. Sheffield United.
Even Portsmouth are owned by Saudis.
Portsmouth, do you know what I mean? It makes me laugh.
Poor Saudis, but not rich Saudis, but they're owned by Saudis.
Yeah, exactly.
But even our sports as well, you see, like, Tyson Fury, I mean, that one against Anthony Joshua was supposed to happen in Saudi Arabia. I mean, WWE, for example, got 2 pay-per-views in Saudi Arabia every single year. I mean, all the sports these days, I mean, everyone's going out to Saudi Arabia because the money's there. It's great for commercial-wise, it's great for business. I mean, everyone's involved with Saudi Arabia, so why is it Newcastle? It's disgusting. I mean,
everyone doesn't like us. The whole league is revolved around the big six.
Because we're in the north, they don't like it. They don't want to see us successful. They don't want to see the area thrive, because if the north thrives, London want more of it. It's just they want to be the biggest part of the country, and it's been a power grab for a very long time.
Or how they said they don't want another Leicester.
They don't want another Leicester, yeah. And do you know what? The only thing that really upsets me about this takeover is that Masters and Hoffman aren't going to get nailed like they should have. That's the only thing that really upsets me about this takeover, is that we won't see the evidence out in open and how bad the Premier League's been run, because this is where I feel sorry for other clubs, that we are lucky enough that we had someone within our fan base who was very good with legal stuff, found all this information and passed it on to lawyers who then used it against them. But other clubs aren't going to see this information and know how corrupt the Premier League is. And that's what upsets me a little bit, because if there's another really rich person out there who wants to come and maybe buy a Burnley or a Wolves or something like that, are they going to get the same treatment that we've got, just because they could then maybe take over an Arsenal or a Spurs or a Chelsea because they've got more money? So there still needs to be an investigation in my eyes.
Yeah. But at least, though, I would love to see Richard Masters' sort of expression when he's seen the takeover as well. I would love to see a look in his face. That would be priceless. But
I want to see him hung by his balls, to be fair.
Yeah. Southampton fan, congratulations. Well, thank you, mate. Appreciate it. I had a mate right Liverpool FC. I'll be in his channel tomorrow, so make sure to go check him out as well. Sound guy. But listen, here again is someone else that's congratulating Newcastle about Takeover. Thank you. I mean, it's just so many. It's really great to see all these different clubs just come on. I mean, kind of congratulate. I mean, there's a lot of teams around there that just don't know how loyal Newcastle fans are. See Newcastle away matches. I mean, yeah, I do appreciate it. I'm sure you do as well. But yeah, I mean, I'm
nice to feel the love, isn't it?
Yeah.
for a change.
It's good to have a positive videos at long last instead of all depressed ones.
It is.
Yes, yeah. Again, Norwich fan. I feel bad for Norwich. I really do. They do try and still every season, but it's just they haven't got the funds with Delia Smith to really get themselves going. I feel bad. I mean, they'd always be good enough, you would think, to get back in the Premier League, but they're always going to be a yo-yo club, aren't they? It's just the way I see people.
Unless they get a proper owner who can invest properly, they've got to take a risk, haven't they? Really, because they go down with a championship team, they try to add 1 or 2 players to it, and it doesn't work out. They go down. They bounce straight back up again, but then they're in the same position. So they need someone to take a risk at that club and, try and invest into the team properly. But they need the ownership for that. And Delia Smith's not the person to take them forward.
Every time I hear her name mentioned, it just mine goes back to that scene.
Let's be having
Where are you? Let's be having you.
That was horrendous.
Free mince pies for everyone. Courtesy of Delia Smith at Christmas.
That was.
So imagine us on the football club. You can just be pissed and just go on the pitch and just see everyone. That's class. That's great.
That's the sort of stunt. That's the sort of stunt I would expect Mike Ashley to pull.
Just imagine if Gordon Ramsay owned us. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus. You'll go in the dressing room. No shit. No shit. No shit.
You're an idiot sandwich.
But in terms of this comment here, I mean, this is great for the business side. I mean, every Newcastle YouTuber now, you're going to get a lot more viewers coming and watching all our channels. I mean, that's a great side as well. I mean, Newcastle, it's a reason to watch week in, week out now as a club that's actually got a direction. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be cool seeing a lot of new viewers coming in, a lot of people from Saudi Arabia or just different clubs in general wanting to support Newcastle, want to be a part of this new project. I mean, yeah, in terms of everyone's channel, it's going to be really good to see everyone shoot up. But I don't know if we're quite the next AFTV, but we never know how things go. But is this the first time in years that 2 YouTubers have a full week of videos where we are positive? Yes, yes, I agree with that one.
Definitely.
But I mean. Yeah, I can't wait to be loads of different channels, loads of different sort of live shows, just talking about the future of this club. I mean, yeah, I can't believe it. Really, we actually get a chance to talk about the club without slagging someone off every week. I mean, that's gonna be great.
It'll be a different type of slagging off, though, won't it? It's like, Salah, is he good enough for us?
Not as good as Hendrick, obviously.
I mean, come on, he's a star player now, isn't he?
Scored the goal of the season already.
That's never going to happen.
The thing is, some football players will join the club the next couple of years. They will say that I'll be, my dream is to play for Newcastle. I watch you. I watch the goal. You always want to play for Newcastle.
Yeah.
You actually are going to get those things. That's the thing. It's like a joke there, but
it'll be the who was it? Robbie Keane from Spurs. He was every time he signed for a new club. Oh, it was my boyhood club, and he played for Liverpool, Spurs, Inter Milan. Like all these clubs. Yeah, it was my boyhood club. I had the posters on the wall and everything. Every single signing on interview, he said the same thing. So funny. But Mbappe's off to Real Madrid, so it's not happening.
Mbappe did say that Real Madrid was his boyhood club. You think he's
Real Madrid via Newcastle for a couple of years.
Yeah. Well, you never know. I'm not saying never, because you just don't know. Money talks, doesn't it? And if Griezmann bought him, why can't we?
So, yeah, Griezmann giving us that clout there, and these football managers. See, I mean, he's giving us some great promotion there. But I mean, the test squad size and James was a bit of fortune there. Yes, it did. I went in about 4:00. I mean, I managed to get a credit card. I think it was £10 to come, like £7 or something. That's right. I mean, I couldn't believe this, by the way. Like, someone came over to me, like outside St James's Park. He's like, can I buy a can? He's like, oh, sure. He's like, I'll give you £5. I was like, listen, £5 for a can. Like, you can get a couple. You want me? I promise you can get a couple of cans. He's like, no, I only want one. I couldn't believe you paid £5 for one can. I mean, I paid me money back from that, but I mean,
brilliant.
I did. I mean, if you had 2 or 3, I'm not going to just charge you £5 for a can. But he's like, nah, I only want one. I mean, I don't know what.
Apparently, she was born right out of beer at like 8:30 or something.
Yeah, they did. I mean,
that's unbelievable.
Wow.
They just got a shoe at bar with drinks. Just go to Tesco across the road. I mean, you can get crates.
Yeah.
I don't really understand that one, but I mean,
cold maybe rather than a warm one.
Oh no, but I mean, I think I had about half the crate, and I ended up selling like half the crate. I mean, God, I had to go home at some point because I would have been drunk. I would have been hungover in the morning. I couldn't do a live shoot tonight. I mean, I was like, listen, no more. I've been out 3 or 4 hours. I've had my fun. Go home. I mean, 12 o'clock now. I'm willing to bet there'll still be some people by that Bobby Robson statue right now. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's 5 minutes into the new dawn. It's a new day, the first ever day of the Saudi backing. I mean, whenever I do get a sleep tonight, I mean, waking up in that morning, God, it's going to be incredible. But
it's going to feel like a dream. We're going to wake up tomorrow and just check just to make sure it actually did happen.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's which funny. I knew owners looked to buy you a couple of years ago. I haven't heard anything about it actually in news. That's the first I've heard about.
I don't know who their owners are, to be fair, to be able to confirm it.
Yeah. Take Hanley off us. We've had Hanley once, but we don't want Grant Hanley again. We've already had our time with Grant Hanley. I mean, Tim Cole's a legend. I would love to see him get some role at the club in the future, but Hanley, no. I don't want to see Grant Hanley ever again at Newcastle United.
No, he didn't do well, did he? Good championship player, though.
I mean, he is
like
probably
Gale.
one of the worst. There's two army loves it. I mean, there's a lot of new viewers in this stream, and I mean, a lot of people are feeling the hype now, really are, but he's getting sick of from the beer already on, fucking hell. But Entertainers Mark II on the way. Do you think Entertainers Mark II on the way? I mean, I would hope so, at least. I mean, this team's going to try every single weekend. I mean, I don't know if we'll quite get second place again in the league, but I mean, it'll definitely be an ambitious team going for it, at least.
Definitely want to see the Entertainers.
It depends on the manager, doesn't it? It depends on who we bring in. You know, is it Conte an expansive manager? I wouldn't say he was. I would say if Potter came in, then yes, because he likes to play an attack and attractive football. But you bring Conte, and I think he's a bit more Italian style, isn't he? He likes to defend well as attack well. So, you know, we're never going to see a Kevin Keegan style attack like we did, because that was just crazy football back then. It's a shame we never got to see it, Adam, because it was just unbelievable. We always had that ambition that if we went out and they scored 3, we would score 4, and that was the attitude that the players went out with. So I just don't think there's any other manager out there this day and age now, the way football is, that would play that kind of football. You know,
yeah.
Pep's probably the closest, but they play a possession style sort of play where Keegan always played attack. It was very different. The ball was always going forward. Where Man City, it's always intricate, isn't it? It's always back forward. So, yeah, I don't think we'll ever see that football again.
Yeah, but just for the people who haven't seen Craig Hope's article yet in Amanda Stevie, I'll quickly read out.
Yes, I saw that.
I'll quickly read it out now. I mean, these two are going to love it, or you've already seen it. But Amanda Stevie says that NUFC owners have ambition to match superpowers like Manchester City and PSG. Also, Bruce is set to be replaced with owners ready to sell at £8 million payoff. I don't know how the club's managed that at £8 million of Stevie's. What a joke. Brendan Rodgers among names mentioned as a new manager. I'm still quite surprised by it. I really can't see us getting him. And Alan Shearer and Kevin Keegan contacted with you Ambassador Rose at the club. I mean, yeah, perfect. Thoughts on the bullet points?
Perfect. That's why I mentioned Brendan Rodgers before, because I'd read that statement and I knew it was out there. And if we don't get Brendan Rodgers, fair enough, he's a good manager, but I don't know if he would leave Leicester. But bringing Keegan and Shearer back is key, because Shearer can sell the club to anyone, and so can Keegan. You know, they can turn water into wine, them too. So if we want big players coming in, you want the biggest players that played for the club and managed the club to be talking to them and to tell them why they want to come to Newcastle United. And they will sell them the dream, because that's what they used to do.
I think I'd have Shearer as Joe Linton's personal striker coach, just to teach him how to actually score a goal.
And if he doesn't, then Shearer takes a gun and takes him out.
More so with his head. You'd think Joe Linton would be able to score goals with his head, but he's only scored 1 header in his 3 years with us, and that was in a pre-season friendly against Burton.
He doesn't look like a player that would be in the box to score headers, to be fair.
No, some guy just messaged us about 20 past 11 saying, you want to come and talk about 11:30. I mean, I missed the opportunity there, but 10 minutes in advance. I mean, I couldn't have done that, but I've missed the talk spot opportunity to be on this stream. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But I mean, I appreciate the invite. Just 10 minutes heads up. I mean, Jesus Christ. But I imagine there'll be a lot of Newcastle fans on the likes of talk spot the next few days. So I mean, for example, the terrace. I mean, obviously they're just based on the big six only Newcastle United going to be added in there. I mean, I'll look at sort of channels, but I mean, I hope we're getting off a go on. Like, I can't believe that crap. But oh well, we've got so I would have rather be in the I've had the choice at least. But I'll quickly read a few of the comments. Like you, Fred, when you like your French flag and chairs. I watched a couple of pictures on the Chronicle. Some people ask us what happened to the French flag. Listen, I respect Alan St. Maximin. You know, he's the flair player. I'm so glad that he's had the table because I really felt like he would have been gone at the end of the season in terms of St. Maximin's career. Stuck by 3 seasons. I mean, yeah, it's quite a long time for someone that, you know, could have been a European club realistically if he wasn't so injury prone. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad for him. He's going to have a great time. I mean, we'll see what the future holds.
With St. Maximin this season, he's showing that he can actually stay fit and he can actually produce. And he's starting to put the numbers up. That gives them the option to move to a bigger club if we didn't get this takeover. I was actually worried that January we would lose him because he always said he didn't want to be in a relegation battle. And if we were in a relegation battle in January and Man United or Liverpool or Man City came knocking on the door, he would be gone. But now, he's going nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the thing is, this morning, this one, you put that meme on like 10 o'clock in the morning, so like, even at that point, I mean, I was quite confident it was going to happen at that point, but that was just a kind of relaxation. Like, it's going to really happen. The players have been taught. I mean, God, I love St. Maximin. What a legend. Yeah, and when you actually as well, Paul, what a legend.
Yeah, I've seen that. That was brilliant.
Oh, and my night got even better just before I come on the stream because I messaged Shea Given because you see his interview with his little boy.
Yeah.
He jumped on the stream.
Yeah.
Oh, right. He was live on Sky Sports and his little boy jumped on his back and he was cheering like his Newcastle top on that. And Shea Given put, I'll get him back for that later. I said, no, you won't. You'll give him a fist pump and a high five. And he liked it. Shea Given liked my tweet. That made my day. That's just the best day ever, isn't it now, isn't it?
Awesome.
So they haven't had too many interactions with players, I think. But I remember Tim Crow like one of my tweets once, but I think that was about it. I remember, I think it's Sinclair. He's called one of the, he used to be a former West Brom player. He liked one of my tweets, so I was like going down to like, I don't know, I was like woes away, so he liked that tweet for some reason. But got no idea. What do you think about Staveley saying she spoke to the Souths? Did she say she spoke to Bruce too, but made a point about saying the Souths? Should Bruce gone before Spurs? Yeah, it has to be. I mean, he's going to get the shot. Yeah, I mean, the club, you know, Jonas got no future for him. The club has no future for him, but you get the shot. But I appreciate the invite before I though. Obviously, I would love to get on TalkSport at some point. But I mean, I'm just loving it. It's 12:15. I mean. We'll just talk about Newcastle United. Listen, I could generally go for hours. I mean, I'm having a great time talking about this football club. I mean, oh God.
Going back to tweets, I had the best one ever liked. It was from Alan Shearer.
Oof, what was the Alan Shearer on them?
So my little boy was born, and he came out with his helmet in the air like that, tore the missus apart, blood went everywhere, and he came out like Alan Shearer. So I tweeted Alan Shearer that, and he liked it. I was like, yes. So yeah, that was my best one.
Yeah, fair enough. What about you, Jay? Back to any players or met any players in real life?
Peter Bidley. He was obviously my hero. I met him. John Beresford before your time, but what a guy he is. So funny the stories he told. I think that's it, the players, to be fair. But they were tokens, you know, you pay for them, you go and see them. I'm going to see Peter Beardsley on the 26th of October, I think it is, or 25th. I'm looking forward to that, because I want to meet him again. He's just an absolute legend.
The only two that I've actually met before they made it into the big time football, I was only a couple of years... But went to the same school, a couple of years down from Jimmy Bullard. We went to the same school.
Oh, wow.
And Rob Elliott, our former goalkeeper, started his career at my local non-league club. Used to live in my area.
That's just reminding me, Mickey Bridges. I went to school with Mickey Bridges. And I played football with his wife's son, who was very, very good at football as well. But Mickey B, yeah. God, that brings back memories. He was a Malcolm, but you know.
I just want to chat though. Who were people met in real life? What was the best footballer you met in real life? Let's actually chat on and see what kind of results come up. But in terms of me, in terms of this season, I met Dummett and Steve Bruce at the training ground. I mean, well, the training ground, you obviously got to back me players, but I met the full 2011-12 squad. I got invited to the Christmas party. I think it was like 11 at a time. You get invited to go down and see them. So I met all of them. Obviously met Toyota before he unfortunately passed away. Like Denver boys. Before 60 aside, I met Tim Quill. I mean, a lot of players I really did love. I mean, that was a good squad, that Newcastle team. But I met Darren Robert once at a Gateshead game, and I met Perez once in the Metro Centre. I remember actually the same time I was in the Metro Centre, I saw Jack Wadwell, but I mean, no, I loved how everyone was getting. But Jack Wadwell was there like this. Everyone just walked past him like he wasn't like a normal person. I mean, that's probably where he was, to be honest. I remember he was missing a couple weeks for Sunday. Probably spent too much time in Metro Centre, I think. But God, what a farce! He was 60 grand a week. You didn't even claim for training. What a joke! But thankfully for Newcastle, though, I mean. What football players at Newcastle do you want to see get shot as soon as possible? Like, which players do you want to see get sought?
Quite a few in there, really. Hendrick,
yes, there's quite a lot.
Gale, Kraft, Gillespie. There's 4. It's a good start. But again, we've got to remember we still need a squad till the end of the season, so we can't get rid of too many, because we get rid of them, we've actually got to buy some players in, haven't we? But they're the top 4 I would get rid of straight away.
What about you, Jason?
Yeah, pretty much agree with that. Gal, I've defended him a lot, but I still think he deserves a couple of games, especially while Wilson's out. Gal, but now Wilson's going to be back. Kraft, rubbish. Hendrick. Yeah, I like to joke around saying he's amazing, but he's non-existent all the time.
Unless he scores.
Unless he scores, then hooray! I'm right. Kraft, Hendrick, Gal,
Gillespie, because we can get rid of a goalkeeper as well.
Yeah, there has
space in the squad.
There's been some talk saying that maybe pay off Gillespie's contract, just get rid of him because he's not good enough, and playing for the under-21s. Losing that game and doing that horrific pass.
Yeah, that was
horrific pass as well.
Yeah, that doesn't deserve you to be in that first team. So get rid of Gillespie. Shouldn't have named 4 goalkeepers in the 25-man squad. Bring in a freebie just to fill that spot in just until January, and then rearrange the team again.
Yeah, I mean, Gillespie big sports sense. He's not going to get any game time. Get rid of him out to slot straight away, but. Yeah, it's got to be careful. I mean, we've already got the 25-man squad, so we can't just piss around with too much. But that's just adding vodka now. Would you do? I know, mate. I'm not drinking it back up tonight. I'm not doing that. But let's see. Let's try and get some more comments up here. 1 second. I would just let players win their contracts down, replace them with better players.
The problem is we're giving a lot of the players new contracts, so it'll take a while to run them down. You know, Gale's got a 3-year deal. Murphy's got was it 5 or 6 year deal?
6 year deal.
6 year deal. I don't want to see 6 more years. Like,
So, I mean, you maybe fetch us 10 million for a championship club, or someone who's just come up to the Premier League might want to take a run at him. But with the excitement we've got of all this money and potential players coming in, I don't think Murphy features in the plans in the next 2 years. But he probably features till the end of the season, to be fair.
Maybe playing further up the field instead of as a right back.
Right wing back, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, depends on the manager, depends on the style of play, depends on the formation that this new manager comes in and wants to play when we get one. You know, he might want to play wing backs but play it in a different formation. So
definitely want to see Lewis being given more chances.
Yes. I think he will with it under a new manager. On my 3rd bottle of champagne. James Brown.
His 3rd bottle of champagne, Jesus Christ. I mean,
good lad.
It's some mental ones, yeah. 1 sec, we'll quickly look at some more of the comments, yeah. We all know that Saudis love the tune. I mean, yeah, there's going to be a lot of new fans coming to this football club, worldwide fans. I mean, yeah, I like to say it. Even before the take, I mean, I don't want to pretend like Newcastle were like a franchise. Like we had millions of fans. We didn't have like loads and loads of worldwide fans. We had a lot of obviously a lot of people from America, Australia, New Zealand, but I mean, it's not like Man U, Liverpool, and it wasn't big millions upon millions of people, but yeah, it's going to be interesting now to see how many of these Newcastle shirts get bought. I would love to see sort of the club stats of how many shirts get bought in the next couple of weeks. So that'll be really intriguing, I think. But
stadium extension on the horizon, maybe.
One thing that I said was I hope, because I don't know if you've noticed, but the Strawberry Place, that project is going down the shitter. And I hope the Saudis can buy that land back and then build on the stadium. Because we need that land back. That land was stolen from our football club by Ashley.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know in terms of the ones with the Newcastle United signings. I think the ones behind there is going to be near impossible to get. But I'm pretty sure I want towards the medical station. I'm pretty sure it's student owned or something like that now. So I mean, if you really wanted to, I'm pretty sure we could probably buy the rights back to it. But I don't know. I don't really know this sort of things inside out. But I mean, yeah, I would love to see this stadium get extended. But I mean, St James Park is still a massive stadium. I mean, it's not really a thing you need to do, yeah. But there's something I would like to see in a couple of seasons. I think an extension. I wouldn't want to see a new stadium. I think St James Park is fine where it is. But I would love to see Gallagher and get built. I think.
Someone told me a strange rumor that apparently we can, if we wanted to, we can extend the ground by digging downwards.
Yeah, if you went, you can. Yeah,
that sounds weird to me.
It does.
It works actually. I've been to Boston a couple of times and they do dig into the ground. Like if you look at the Boston Stadium on the outside, like I mean, it's small in St James Park, but like literally like a third of the stadium's like dug into the ground. I mean, it's weird, but it works surprisingly well. Like it actually does work quite well. But they're still celebrating. Oh man, I can't even stop for the next week or so, Paddy. It's yeah, there's gonna be a lot of celebrating. I mean, in terms of people at St James Park, I've got a feeling there'll still be some people there. It'll be a long time coming, but congratulations, you want to thank you so much. Of course, Leeds, great team Leeds. I'm a big fan of them. I'm glad to see them back in the Premier League. I mean, 15 years in the Championship is too much for a team like Leeds. St James Park,
bad owners as well, weren't they?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, God, the 2001. I mean, we had their Champions League semi-final. I mean, they were bankrupt years later. I mean, Christ,
crazy.
One year, turn the pitch 90 degrees and go down. I mean, I don't know how it would quite work. I'll be honest, but yeah. What else we got here? If you did downwards, you can big like Spurs and bring an old picture of NFL like Spurs. Oh, I don't want to see any NFL with the cast.
Neither do I.
I don't mind as a sport. I do like watch as a sport, but I mean, I don't want to see Newcastle having loads of different sports as a James Park. I mean, Newcastle is built for, but that's the thing with Tottenham. He's just shit on it, Dan Levy. That he's built that team just solely for these sort of things. Get like the NFL and get these concerts.
And all that sort of stuff. Yeah,
that's not why you want to build a stadium. I mean, no, it's not on for Tottenham. Like,
is an NFL pitch the length of a football field?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I think it's the exact same length, if I remember correctly.
Because the Spurs have more space behind the goal. Because if you think about the space that we've got behind the goal, there's not a lot. So you've got those players, throwing a ball and running into that touchdown area. They'll go flying into the crowd.
Yeah, that'd be something to see.
No, yeah.
But I mean,
just wondering.
Conte Rafa. I mean, we're not going to get Rafa back. I'll be honest.
No,
I think he's having a great time. He's not going to lead the club. I know Rafa. Yes, he can argue went to the Chinese League. Well, he obviously went to the Chinese League for money, but I mean, he's not going to leave it. Well, everything 2 months after he's been. I mean, there's no chance. We've got to move on.
Doing so well. If we weren't doing so well, he might. But they're doing really well, and he doesn't have the fans on the back anymore, does he? From Everton fans, they seem to have turned their thinking around. Rafa is the man to take Everton forward. So he keeps on doing what he's doing. He's going nowhere. And the Everton owners like him, and they promised him things. And as long as they deliver on it, he'll stay there.
Yeah, exactly. But one stick here, we've got some more. We got Guardiola. I mean, we just asked Guardiola, listen, Pep, you want to come down? I mean, I'd love to see it, but it's just not going to happen.
But I mean, Pep wants to manage a club that's got fans, though, doesn't he? Because Man City can't fill the stadium. We can. That's how we sell it to them.
There's a wow factor in that aspect, but I mean, this guy just got home on the ground. I mean, Jesus, Paul. I mean, yeah, people are probably still there. I mean, I couldn't stay at all night. I was really drunk. I'm a Saints fan. You regret not taking back Adam Armstrong. I regret selling Tony, but I don't regret selling Armstrong because we had Armstrong for a really long time. I swear I had him, 4 years or something, if I remember correctly. I mean, yes, I mean, in hindsight, if I knew he was going to be this sort of player, I wouldn't regret it. But really, though, it was the right time with Sir Armstrong, I think. And I mean, I felt it.
I still think it was the right idea to sell Tony as well, because you got to think about where Tony went and how well he's done. He went to League One, then he went into the Championship, then he's now starting to prove it in the Premier League a bit. Now, what you got to remember as well is, had we not sold Tony, would you have got the game time to be the player he is now? And would we have stayed up with not selling him and investing in a player that we might have got because we did sell him as well? There's a double-edged sword with that one for me.
It's weird because he only had a couple of appearances under freaking McLaren. So...
But would you have had the education that he had going down to League One, then into the Championship, now into the Premiership? You got to think of the game time that he had to develop into the player that he is now. He wouldn't have got that in the reserves at Newcastle. He just would have got shafted. So I think it was the best thing for him.
I still fight the club should loan him out for a season or two. I think we jumped to short and quite a bit. I mean, I felt like a season out alone, see how he is in that sort of team, and then maybe give him a chance. But I mean, obviously there about a season, they just got rid of him about a season and a half or so. I mean, yes, he's a young player, but I mean, I don't know. I felt like I was a bit harsh when I felt like he should have had a season out alone at least before we could then make a decision. But I think Armstrong was the correct one. Yes, he's a fantastic player. He's a really good sign for Southampton, but I did feel like we did the right thing selling him at the time.
I never thought he would make it in the Premier League, to be honest with you. I saw him against Sunderland when that idiot scored a winner for Sunderland. But Armstrong ran through on goal, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. So Soko was bursting down the left to him. All he had to do was square the ball to Soko and he would have had an open net and we would have equalised or would have went 1-0 up at that time. But Armstrong decided to shoot early and hit straight at the goalkeeper. And at that point, I said he won't make it because he hasn't got the vision to realise someone was in a better place and he's just cost us the derby. And he never came back from it.
Yeah. That's the thing now. And I mean, you don't have to worry about the past now.
Is he still playing?
Yeah. He's still playing for Marseille.
All right.
And you know, me joke. I mean, and a lot of people slag him off a lot of Arsenal, but he's been really good since he left Arsenal, especially for Villarreal. I mean, that's just the thing with Arsenal. I mean, you go there and you kind of just destroy your reputation going there. It's just an impossible job managing now at the minute. I feel like for anyone going there. But you disagree with that? Or?
No, I just feel sorry for Arsenal fans, to be fair.
Yeah.
The Arsenal are becoming the Newcastle now, aren't they? The poison chalice.
Nah.
What we used to be. We used to be that team that was trying to get up there, and then we kept changing manager, and every manager that went there got stick and got crap for it, and there were crap managers, to be fair. But it's like a poison chalice now, the Arsenal job. If you don't get it right quickly, they're just going to pull the trigger. They're almost as bad as Watford now.
I think the Watford one's worse. That's just ridiculous. But who do you think they are? Like, I mean, the team has just been poor for the Championship. That guy literally got into the Premier League in the second one. But the 14 7 games of the season, what's going on there? I mean, the thing is, when there as well, I mean, he was awful at Fulham. I didn't enjoy him at all when he was at Fulham a few seasons ago. I mean, yes, he had that incredible season at Leicester, but I don't know if you fit one of Watford. I mean, you know for a fact Watford's just going to sack him the second to get a chance. I mean, they really are a horrible club in terms of being a manager there, but
their owners are terrible, aren't they?
Yeah.
They think it's the right way to run a football club, though, because they see it as a manager gets stagnated. A bit like what we are with Bruce. You know, he kept us up 2 seasons in a row. If we sacked him and brought a new manager in now, we might have got the new manager bounce and then pushed us up the league. I think that's the Watford owners' mentality is. If we're struggling a bit, sack the manager, bring a new one, and you get that new manager bounce. But it doesn't always work like that. So
yeah. But Newcastle should name a stand after Sir Bobby. I'm not sure what you guys think about it. I would love to see a stand after Sir Bobby. I think. Definitely deserves one. I mean,
they've both got statues, to be fair, which is a great, own to them. The Sir John Hall stand is the Milburn stand, the Gallagher. I mean, which stand are they going to get the name after them? But Sir Bobby Robson deserves everything in my eyes. He was just an absolute hero in my eyes.
Definitely.
But, so Bobby, though, I don't know when it'll happen, but I really want Mourinho at some point before he retires. I would love to see him at Newcastle. I really do want to see him representing Newcastle.
I would love it, but it has to be now. You can't wait any longer.
Yeah,
he's got to come in now. Has to be now because he's getting to that point where he's getting into the Houghton sort of section, and you know the not moving with the times as much. But I think that Mourinho spark will come back if he came to Newcastle, knowing that he's coming back to Bobby Robson's home and knowing where where everything started for Bobby Robson. And I think that could work really well. But I just don't think the new owners will ever look at Mourinho, to be honest with you. I really don't. Which is a shame because I'm not the same as you, Adam, and Jason, I would just love to see Mourinho do it now. It's got to be now. I don't want to wait a season or 2 seasons. Give Mourinho the money and see what he can do. Go for it.
It is a dream for me. And with Mourinho, every time he comes up, he's got nothing but praise for Newcastle.
Yeah.
He always talks about Mr. Robson, never Sir Bobby. It's always Mr. Robson. Yeah. And to see the mentor's son come home and manage us, that would be an absolute dream to carry on that legacy. I'd be all for Jose coming.
Did you watch the Spurs program on Amazon Prime?
I've watched bits. If you're on
I think I did.
I've seen that one. You're going to mention that one.
Not just the whole program was done brilliantly, and I didn't realize Mourinho was like that because he portrays himself completely different in front of a camera. But when you saw him in the changing rooms and talking to players and on the training pitch and the analysis he goes into, I was like, that's Mourinho. I was like shocked because when he's in front of a camera, he's all cocky and all this sort of stuff. But when he's actually talking to his players, he treats them like a son in a way. He's so good to them. And I didn't think he was like that. I thought he was a lot more of a hardball sort of manager in the dressing room, and he's not. I was actually very surprised, and it made me like him a lot more after watching that program.
Yeah, but I've heard someone just said their long-term contract with Wilma, so probably not see that one anymore.
That's what I think. Every time we see Jose come on the camera, it's like the guy never bloody smiles.
Yeah, I like how into it he gets some of his reactions in the score. Hard that Tiger Newcastle. I mean, I wish.
We'll have to start that on a Monday night.
Is Tiger not closed? That's where it was, if I remember.
No, it's still open, I think. But that's a rumour we should start on a Monday night. So Joe Linton's in Blythe and Haaland's in Tiger in Newcastle.
There's an all yellow curtain name also outside Fine Mark Daniel from me. I mean,
yeah, we go.
I'll be hearing them a lot of them next Monday and I've been sure.
Yeah. Starting to feel like a Monday night, guys. I'm going to start getting naughty. I'm on a hat trick as well.
There's so many Haaland comments. Look at this guy Haaland over and back there. I mean, she's got a lot of Haaland comments in here. I mean, he will be available next season because obviously he's going to leave Dortmund. I mean, he's been there quite a while now, but is Newcastle going to be the one he wants to move to? I mean, probably not. No, I think there's a lot bigger clubs at the minute who probably want him.
You want Champions League football, and we won't be able to offer it. So unless you sold the dream of being the number 9, and Alan Shearer can talk to him and say, "Look, this is what's going to happen. Sign your life away here, and you'll be a hero." You never know. We've got if we get Shearer and Keegan as the dream team selling the club, anything's possible.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but guys, he's desperate though. Newcastle, his destiny.
His destiny, yeah.
Yes, his destiny. But I mean, that's just the mental one. I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking like we can actually sort of get these sort of people in now. I mean, it's just, I can't believe we're going from Steve Bruce to like an actual good manager. I mean, what a upgrade that's going
to be. An actual good manager.
We went from probably probably one of the worst downgrades of Benitez and Bondom and Joe Linton and Steve Bruce. Now it's going to be like one of the biggest upgrades ever. As a new striker and obviously a new manager. And I mean, he's never born at this club, that's for sure. But I mean, Christ, get Carl back in the job.
God, no.
Jesus.
Best coach in the Premier League.
Best coach in the Premier League.
Premier League, yeah.
He won 2 games, didn't he?
He kept us up there, didn't he?
Yeah, last game of the season, West Ham, I was there for that.
I tell you, good
yeah.
Gutierrez taking his shirt off and swinging it around.
I wasn't actually at that game. Pretty much, I went on holiday that game. So I think I went to Spain. I think it was. So I came off the flight. I think by the time I got to the hotel, it'd be like 1 o'clock. So a couple hours for the game. I literally, I pretty much passed out from the flight. I was just literally like lying on the couch of the hotel room, and I woke up.
It's only a 4-hour flight.
I don't know what it was. I just must have slept somehow. I honestly did. Like whenever I woke up, really, I mean, the match was over. Like Newcastle could have got relegated when I was asleep. I mean, Christ, thank God we didn't. But I'm literally missed.
Probably the best way to watch it. To be fair, don't.
I suppose so. Yeah.
I remember being in the pub watching us get relegated at Aston Villa, and that really hurt. Really hurt.
That did.
That
was the own goal by Damien Duff, wasn't it? That sent us down.
Yeah.
I think it was a deflection. I don't think it was actually an own goal.
That was a massive deflection, though. Huge deflection. It sent the keeper the wrong way, and that's when we had the problems with Michael Owen. And yeah, it was a hard day. That one. It was really hard. Well, you needed a draw to stay up.
That's when Duff came out and said, "Oh, I'm going to stay at the club. I feel it's my fault. I want to get him back up." Scores on the first game of the season against West Brom and pisses off.
Yeah. Thankfully, I didn't actually get the Newcastle until that first season in the Championship all the way back in 2010. Thank God I didn't see Michael Owen when he was playing for the club. That would have ticked me off.
To be fair, though, I did feel sorry for Michael Owen a little, just a tiny little bit, because when he first came to Newcastle, when he was playing alongside Algeria, he kept us up. He actually scored quite a lot of goals in the half a season he came from Real Madrid. It was the problem we all had with him is that he wanted to play for England more than he wanted to play for Newcastle, and he twisted his knee playing for England, and that put him out. And then he rushed himself back to play for England, and he injured himself again. And that was the big issue with him. He didn't want to come to Newcastle, but we were the only club that were willing to pay the money for him.
That knee injury got in 2005 was the thing I'd done him over, really. But thank you for that donation, Barry. I've got no idea what currency that is, but cheers, I appreciate it so much.
Could be crypto, that.
If anyone can do that, obviously what currency that is, I appreciate it. But I mean, thank you for the donation regardless, so cheers for that. Morning, lads. So happy. Yeah, it's morning. I mean, it's a new day. Thank you, Stephen. Yes, morning.
It's Saudi money.
It's Saudi
money.
Yeah, there you go.
The Saudi money, the Saudi money's already came in. Listen, he's taking plenty of Saudi money coming soon, but thank you.
Oil money's coming in.
Get your oil factory ready.
But I see plenty of Saudi money in Newcastle over the next few years, that's for sure. But cheers for that. We appreciate it. Santiago Munoz will come back. I kind of wish our announcement was like the actual guy that played Santiago Munoz in the film sort of coming out in a video. Like, imagine that. That'd be great to see. But I mean, you know, I'd love to see an all-goal movie. But I'm interested to see what direction the club goes in now. But listen, we have got a Munoz of the club at the minute. I don't know if he'll be how much longer with the new owners, but you never know. But
there was rumours Bruce was trying to push him into the first team as quickly as possible before the takeover happened. Yeah, no, seriously, he was trying to get him in the first team squad as quickly as possible. He was working with a trainer to bulk him up and to get him ready for the Premier League, to get him into around the first team squad. They liked what they saw, so I don't know, but I don't think he's going to be good enough, is he? But he'll be living the dream now.
That's a mental part as well. He hasn't even played a game when he cast it. Like, he's came off his flight. There's loads of stuff's going on. I mean, I'll be good watching I'll be good watching the 23s actually on Monday because they play the home games at literally in Benton, so I can just kind of walk there. I mean, I'm pretty sure fans can attend them. I mean, I'm not 100% certain. I'm pretty sure fans can go watch them.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah, so I'll be checking out because I'll be quite intrigued to see how they play now because I mean 95% of these players you'd expect to get shot the next couple of years. I mean they're not the future for most of these players anymore, but I'm quite interested to see if they kick it on though with the new sort of takeover a point to prove on one of these players who perform better. But I'm looking forward to that Monday though. It's quite a walkable distance for me, but let's see what happens again. Need a complete overhaul in the back. Yes, we do. We need a complete overhaul. I mean,
that's obviously going to happen.
We've got to take it slow and steady, but yeah, I think centre halves and centre mids is what I would personally look for at the minute. I had been a fan of those two this season, but what about you? Do you feel like is any?
I thought you meant in the back, as in the backroom staff and all that sort of stuff. That didn't actually meant the back four.
That's what that might be what he's meant to be fair. I just took it a different meaning, but
centre back is a definite one because we've not assigned a centre back since 2018.
Yeah,
but those centre backs had the sixth best Premier League defensive record when Rafa was in charge, and the centre backs haven't changed. It's the manager that's changed. That's caused us to be crap. So a better manager might get us back to them playing well, and then we might not need to sign a centre back because we've got 6 of them. So surely there's a good combination there somewhere. I personally want to see Ndidi. I want to see Jimenez. I want to see players like that from those clubs come into our. Yeah, as Newcastle now, we can't go raiding the best players in the world. We've got to raid the likes of Wolves, Leicester, Burnley, Brighton. They're all good players at those football clubs who would jump at the chance to start the project and get us up the league. You know, Mopé, I would take him in a heartbeat. Sarr at Watford, I'd take him.
Big fan of Sarr.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so you've got to think about these players now that will improve our team and improve our squad to get us into mid-table, to then push into 6th, to then push into 4th, hopefully. And that's how we build. We've got to look at players like that. And Jimenez is brilliant at Wolves. And I think he'd be open for a big move like that. Even though it's a step down to start with, but it'll be a big move going forward in a couple of years' time. So that's what we've got to look at, those kind of players. And if we can prize Ndidi away from Leicester, Jesus Christ, what a player he would be for us.
Or Tillsmans.
Yes, get the Tillsmans, brilliant. Or Maddison. Madison would be amazing.
Maddison would be a pretty decent one.
Yeah.
Great for the assists.
Yeah, you've got to think about players like that. That's got to be our level. I'd take Ward-Prowse in a heartbeat for his free kicks and that. Definitely.
Yeah, that's a realistic one. I think we go. I'm a big fan of him. But Liverpool fan, I mean, if Newcastle fans got it for Liverpool, Newcastle clashes. I mean, I'd be interested to go down to Anfield this season, that's for sure. But I'm a big fan of Liverpool. We've got an amazing history, and I mean, not a fan of FSG, but I mean, Liverpool got a good chance to win the league this season. To be fair, I'm quite surprised how well they played at the minute. But
I'm not with all the players that got back from injury. If you think they've got the title-winning team back now, haven't they? And they've added Jota to it.
True. The teams around them, obviously Chelsea, Man City, Man United. I mean, these teams have invested loads in the summer. I mean, I felt like Liverpool needed a place right now, and I think he's a big player to lose. They just haven't gotten our centre midfielder in. But
the thing that might screw Liverpool is the fact that it's the Confederation Cup, isn't it? Again in the winter, so they'll lose Saha and they'll lose Manny. That's when they're going to struggle, I think.
Yeah,
it is, isn't it? I'm positive it is this winter.
Yeah.
It's that cup, and that's where they lose all their African players. So that's when Liverpool will struggle.
Definitely. But Rubenstein's coming here. I don't know if he's pissed on me. I don't know what's going on here. I think he's had a bit of a drink tonight. But this Newcastle, even football fans out there want to come in the stream for you to do so. But I mean, it's just meant when our Newcastle YouTubers got all the videos up and everyone's talking about how well the club's been. I mean, what's this? We need to do what Man City did at the start and buy the better players in the teams around mid-tier and make them weaker, make us stronger. That's a good way of thinking about it, actually. Just making obviously the team around them just weaker. I mean, yeah, that's good thinking. But you need to remember now. Right, bless you. You need to remember now, Newcastle United, there's going to be a Newcastle tax on these players now. You know for a fact that teams are going to bump us big. But very pissed, but loved it, lads. Yeah, I thought you were pissed about it. I was pissed big time. Not trying to go on the ground, sorry, but I went to him. I stopped myself from having any more. But it was bad today. Like, I'll be honest, it's worse. I've been quite well.
Oh, but right, guys, I'm going to have to go to bed because I am knackered.
I know what he's like. Listen, no time limit. Use when I head off whenever you want. Feel free to do so. But take care, Baz. Make sure to check out his channel, World of Sports. It's got loads of stuff on there. But I mean, enjoy your sleep, Baz. When you wake up, Newcastle United or the Witches Club and World Football. That's what you got to remember yourself.
Hopefully a nice 13-hour sleep, get this flu out of me, then I'll do my 3 12-hour night shifts, and then I can party again. But Adam, thank you very much for having me on. I really appreciate it. Jason, it's nice to finally see your face on a stream.
Finally.
Yeah, and enjoy the rest of your night, and we're fucking the richest club in the world. Come on. Over and out.
See you later.
Out in a bit, but he's really sound guy him. But I mean, stay as long as you want by Jason says that you can watch. I don't know what time I'm going to be streaming. Do actually, I'm still not heard yet. I'll be honest.
Be back in a couple of minutes. Need the loo.
Yeah, what's that?
Be back in a couple of minutes. Need the loo.
So no worries, mate. No worries. But I've anyone else obviously wants to come on, feel free to do so. I haven't seen anyone else so far. Apologies if anyone's asked. There's all sorts of notifications coming in, but enjoy your evening, lads. I appreciate that transfer news being Rooney. I mean, I'm just looking through Twitter right now, guys. Just the amount of Newcastle posts you see or pictures you see from the ground there. I mean, it really is the best day I've ever been a Newcastle fan. I think definitely the best memory I have as a Newcastle fan in my lifetime by a mile. Incredible. But in terms of subscriber-wise, we are 275 of 10k. That's mental, by the way. So if anyone here obviously hasn't already subscribed, feel free to do so. I mean, still doing a lot of content on. Not be any more Takeover live streams, I think. I don't know if I do any more live streams. I've been quite enjoying these, to be fair. But there'll still be a lot more videos coming next couple of weeks or so. I mean, there's a lot to talk about. In terms of more, definitely be an Takeover-related video. But let me know what you guys want to see in the channel. Obviously, smash like and enjoy it. Always appreciate it. I'll check what likes one in a sec. Actually, if anyone wants to donate, free for do so. But I don't actually know what we are on. But David, yeah, can I join? Just give us a text and Twitter, mate. I'll put you in, pal. I'm sorry if you put it in before, by the way. I literally just saw it there. But Daniel, cheers. I appreciate that so much, mate. Have a great night, Daniel in Canada. Listen, pal, in Canada. Enjoy it, pal. Enjoy it. Take it all in. Newcastle United. I mean, yeah, never saw this one coming. Which is, come on, lads, the richest club in the world, Man City. Here, I mean, I still like how Man City's came in terms of how they play football. I know a lot of people don't like the fans and stuff like that, but there were a lot of loyal Man City fans, and in terms of the football team, I mean, everyone wants to be Man City. The way the team is, it's just an incredible squad. But yeah, any more comments you could put them in, guys? But I mean, in terms of this stream so far, I've had about 4,000 total views, which is mental, so cheers for that, especially for what like a stream at 1 in the morning at the minute. But anyone's feel free to put any comments in. I don't know if the comments aren't loading or anything like that, but I don't know if anyone's, I don't know if just people aren't taking comments or what, but being the ground, it was mint. High, it was mint. I'm going to quickly check out some of those videos got actually. In terms of the takeover vlog at the ground. I mean, so far that one's had over 6,000 views. I mean, I mean, a lot of people were buzzing about it. It's well, I just can't believe that we were actually there. It's just mental. It really was mental. Adam P, you Welsh? No, I'm not Welsh. I mean, I don't know what makes you think I'm Welsh, but the wind is blowing on the north. Be aware the Geordies are coming. Yeah, the Geordies are going to be making some noise in this league now. I don't know how much noise, but they will be making some noise, that's for sure. Enjoy your night. Any updates and transfers? It is nothing yet, mate, in terms of transfer. I mean, obviously, it was only just confirmed about 6 hours ago. So, I mean, there's plenty of time for that. And, of course, we're only a couple of months into the season. There's still a lot longer to go. But one sec. Quickly double-check someone here. But there's someone putting a Netflix documentary about Sun on Twitter. I've seen that. That was quite a funny one. You're one of the best channels, mate. Thanks so much, mate. That means the absolute world. Here's Jason's back.
There he is. Oh, that's better.
But I know you just went full piss there, but I can't even myself. So he's like, have you hold the fort down for a minute?
Yeah, that's fine. Go for it.
Cheers, mate. I'll be just a minute. Sorry.
Smash everything whilst on your way up.
You might have saw my big toe there. Sorry about that. Did he knock me charge over? Shit. So I've got to wait for this to go for piss. I tried to take it out. I'll be in a minute.
No worries. How long are we giving Bruce, guys? How long are we giving him? Do you reckon he's going to be gone tomorrow? Is he still going to be in charge against Spurs? Realistically, who's the next manager going to take over? Oh, there's so many questions now that we've got new owners. 2 to 3 games. Gone before Spurs. I hope he's gone before Spurs. I hope he's already packing his stuff up and ready to be on his way tomorrow. Just get him sacked. Give him his P45 now. Bruce is gone now. Is he? I'm not seeing nothing on Twitter. Really needs to go. I reckon he'll be gone in 24 hours. I hope so. Really hope so.
Not miss much.
No, not a lot. Just
enough.
asking everyone how long they're giving Bruce and who will realistically be our next manager to come in.
I see a lot of Steve's comments. I take if you mentioned about Bruce. Bruce is gone now, mate. He's gonna be gone. I mean, the thing is, even though I know he's gonna get sacked next day, so I actually kind of want to see him get the Tottenham game just so everyone can just rip the piss out in the stadium. It's one last hurrah. Everyone just laugh at him when he gets the sack.
Yeah,
I don't know. I kind of just want to see him get one more humiliation in Newcastle, but
he'll finally get his dream of a full stadium, only for the owners to be looking on.
I mean, he chose that comment there. I imagine getting Holly. I can't believe he was a Premier League once. My God, how did he get Blackpool in the Premier League?
Jesus Christ!
I reckon it'd be Eddie Howe. I mean, Eddie Howe's a lovely bloke. He's done wonders at Bournemouth, but I don't think he's good enough for this takeover. He hadn't had any experience of this sort of money. I mean, there's so many options out there about being
maybe short term for the rest of the season, and then bring someone in for the long term.
No,
that's probably as far as I would go with it.
I kind of want to see a direction now, though. Like, oh, this is what I want to do. We can do this, and that's kind of what I want to see, really. But I mean, I wouldn't give him another chance. I'll be honest. But this one mind Steve McClaren seems to be a decent upcoming manager.
No.
It's real fun, yeah. But actually, in terms of Newcastle fans, Bruce or McClaren, who was the worst manager? Who do you think was the worst out of the two, Jason?
I had this question not long ago, and I actually did say McClaren is far better than Bruce, because McClaren actually had a brain and pretty much knows how to do tactics better than, as Bruce said, he doesn't do tactics. But if McClaren managed, he had the right eye for players, he brought in the right players, he just didn't manage them correctly. Bruce, on the other hand, has brought in 14, 15 players, and more than half of them have been complete flops. So I would definitely go McClaren is better than Bruce.
Yeah, I think signs wise, McClaren did get the correct players, but he played like so wide now, like left mid. I mean, what's going on there? But I mean, regardless of what you think of Bruce, I mean, at least he didn't get us relegated in the 2 part seasons there at Newcastle, especially the pandemic as well. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to kiss his arse, but I mean, yeah, it's just not ideal for him. But I do actually think Bruce is a better manager than McClaren, believe it or not. So I completely disagree with that one. But
my heart bleeds.
You really didn't like that one, but I really hated McClaren. I think the football we played on them was a lot better. I think it was a lot more expensive, but I think that team we had should never got relegated. I really felt like that team was good enough to stay. I mean, Sissoko, Shelby, Townsend, and Wijnaldum at one point in the season at midfield. I mean, Jesus Christ, what a midfield that is, especially in 2016. But
and Mitro.
I wasn't a fan of him really, but Bruce for England, oh God no. What's this? Yeah, I just got word from Romano that Adam Pearce next manager. Obviously, no, I'll do a better job. I'll be giving those players I'm talking to, that's for sure. But I mean, want to know how Newcastle fans feel. YouTube Newcastle United local hero about the song. I mean, you never heard a local hero before. You need to stick it on like. That Blade and Races, there's always all sorts of Newcastle songs. I mean, that'll get you in the mood for supporting the club. I always like to say Maximin song. I love that one. There's an absolute banger as well. That's probably my favourite one in terms of that one. But I mean, it's just so many different songs. I mean, there'll be a lot more coming out, especially the new owners. But what's this? They'll have people lined up next managers more likely ready to be signed. I would think that they would have like someone ready to come in. I mean, especially if they knew this day would come if they had this plan. But You would think they've got options out there. They'll be asking some people, would think, before it got announced just before.
Yeah, there's bound to be already a shortlist ready or lined up.
But Adam, is because Bruce wasn't lad like you. Yeah, we are both Austin lads. Both drinking the buffs. I mean, I suppose maybe I'm kissing his arse a little bit, but I do generally think Clown's a worse manager than Bruce, regardless of us living in the same area. But he's a shit manager, Bruce. But I really hated McLaren. I'm very glad he's nowhere near the club. That's just only worrying about possibly getting relegated because you have many key signings in John Ray to strong possibility. We obviously are going to make signings in John Ray over at that stage where we feel like we are going to get relegated. But even if we didn't make signings, so I mean, with the team you got, you would think the Takeover was going to give him a kick up the arse. You would give him that sort of boost, give him confidence, and the new manager as well. It should be enough. Even if we didn't make signings, you would think, but. You never know, but I think we will make the signs in January, and that'll be enough to keep warm. I mean, I couldn't give a toss where to finish this season, but as long as we stay up, that is the main part for me.
It's the fact knowing that the players now know that we've got brand new owners that are willing to spend a hell of a lot of money, and that they're just to look at the players that we have now and think you're replaceable, so they're going to want to play their hearts out now to try and earn their spot to stay in the team and not get moved on.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%.
So we could definitely see a different Newcastle with or without Bruce come Spurs game, because they're going to want to put their claim in to stay.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I said there's actually in Paul's live stream Tuesday. Obviously, everyone ripped the piss out of us because I back Newcastle every week, and I was obviously a bit delusional at times, but. I did say that I feel like the international break will benefit Newcastle because Tottenham's got a team full of international stars. I mean, I don't want to sound like, we really think a player or two will probably get injured or the players will be tired. I mean, it'll be a good time to play at Tottenham. Their form hasn't been great. I know they won last match, but they lost the previous 3 before that. So they've been quite an on and off team lately. And I think, with the Takeover now, it's St James's Park. The atmosphere for that game, my God, it'll be the best atmosphere in years for a football match. I mean, Tottenham are going through a hard time. They really are going to be for a hard time in that game. But 7 games still in the season, early days. Yeah, exactly, early days. I mean, Newcastle have got to win 1 match, and that's probably enough to take out the bottom of it. I mean, there still is that tight down the bottom minute. What's this about £190 million budget for January? It's just based on the financial fair play laws because Mike Ashley hasn't spent much in the last few seasons. But I don't know what the budget will be in January, but they'll be signing players regardless what the budget is. So that's the only concern for me. What else we got? Yeah, the Vieira as well at Palace. Do you think new ball? We just want to poach him just a thought. I'm not a fan of Vieira. Yes, he's done all right at Palace so far, but I really disliked him at Nice. He was awful when he was down there, and I would never want Vieira at Newcastle. I don't know about you, Jason, but I would never.
He was linked with us before Bruce came in, and it was more higher up in the supposed big list that we had of managers, even though Bruce was the 11th, 12th choice. But Patrick Vieira was one that was linked when he was still academy manager at Man City, I think it was.
Fair enough. I'm not sure. I don't my memory or not, but I can't actually remember that one. But Eddie Howe and Bruce, I'm seeing a lot of Eddie Howe. I wouldn't want Eddie Howe to take. Well, I really wouldn't. Maybe I'm being a bit of a dick. Maybe I'm being a bit greedy, but no, I wouldn't want Eddie Howe in with the new Takeover. I want someone that's that's had experience before, someone that's knows what to do with a big amount of money. Eddie Howe's just never had this sort of opportunity. So yeah, 1 sec. What's this? I had on for Saturday. We better on the club shirt. We like to wear, and you helped me. I don't know how someone on the board could get a Newcastle shirt. I mean, I don't know if Newcastle club shop does stuff aboard. I couldn't tell you, to be honest. But I'm sure in due time it will be nice and easy to get Newcastle tops aboard because, I mean, it's going to be a worldwide club now. So don't worry, pal. Just obviously keep looking around and eventually, I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get a shirt nice and easily. But I've heard this one loads of times with ideal manager would play Steve. I keep thinking backwards and forwards, but I've said this every single time I want it done. I don't care how unrealistic or realistic it sounds. I would love to see Zidane there after we turned him down 25 years ago. I just love that story. But I mean, I don't know if I already asked you, Jason, but this is a say it again for clarity's sake. Who do you want in as a new manager?
sticking to the getting a younger manager, fresh ideas, and going for Robert Kovac from Monaco.
Again, though, I've never watched him or done anything with him before, so I mean, I can't disagree or agree with that. Really, I mean, I can't really talk about that one. But listen, fair enough. Yeah, we seem quite keen on him. I take that he's a good man. But love you, Elijah Adams. Keep the good work. Well done, mate. I appreciate it, mate. I mean, cheers by the 150 people who are watching at 1 in the morning. I mean, a lot of people probably should be in bed. A lot of people shouldn't be probably up at this time. But hey, I mean, Newcastle got to take. I couldn't give a toss what time it is. I'll be celebrating.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. What's this? Having slept in 36 hours now, being every stream, commenting so happy. I mean, I imagine there will be some people in these streams that will just be non-stop watching live streams for all these hours. I mean, Christ, but it's just honestly incredible. And what else we got here? Adam P, did you experience Bobby Robson days? No, how did you think I am? No, I haven't experienced Bobby Robson days. I mean, I was alive for some of it, yes. But, I mean, I've never experienced Bobby Robson days. No, I didn't actually get Newcastle to a first season of the Championship way back in 2009. Like, I honestly didn't watch football at that point. I was really arsed about it. First season I went in terms of matches, I got a season ticket in 2011-12. They've been good ever since. I got an app that tracks how many games you've been to, and I've been to 249 matches now in Newcastle United. So, I mean, Christ, it's new era now. The 250 milestones going to be on a new ownership, but 249 games on the mic, actually. I mean, oh, God, I don't even imagine the people that have been supporting this club 30, 40 years and all this crap. But, what was it got here? How many years before Newcastle win a trophy? I don't know. God knows, mate. We'll see. But yeah,
apparently Staveley wants trophies within the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, she wanted Premier League next 5 to 10 years. She said she wanted to consistently be going for major honours, like competing for it. So she really wants Newcastle to be, as she put it, it's a massive club. I mean, alongside PSG, Man City, she wanted to be one of the big teams of world football. I mean, it's mad thinking that way, but my concern at the minute is just getting the club forward. Going nice and steady, I don't mind. I mean, I've been watching shit for years, so I don't mind if it's steady. I don't like if it takes a little while. But I just want to see the club challenging again, which you would think we're going to do in a few years' time, which I really want to see. What's this? One guy was a Newcastle fan. You rang the bell 2 years before this, you would have been happy. I'm sorry to hear that, but that's the thing. I mean, so many Newcastle fans, unfortunately, just on around today. I mean, so many football fans. I mean, I never take anything for granted. I remember during lockdown. I mean, Christ, it was 16 months of lockdown. You just, I never thought I'd go to a foot match again during that. I mean, it was tough, but we're all past it now. I mean, we all got a better future ahead of us. But I mean, damn, it was tough on the mic, actually, wasn't it, Jason?
Very tough. Yeah. It's just so happy to know that his reign has finally come to an end.
Oh, I know you're telling me, man. Definitely. Let's see what else cards I got here. I was just happy to games. I got an app called Football, and you just go on that. I can't remember if you have to pay for it. I don't think you have to. Maybe you just go on that. You can manually go down like a list of the games being it really is. It's quite easy to work once you get hang of it. But I put a crack at the FA Cup this season. I would definitely like to see Newcastle go for the FA Cup this season. I don't think we'll win it, but I'd like to see us go for another one. I mean, last 2 seasons we've had a quarter final, and both seasons one the FA Cup, one was a Carabao Cup. I mean, we never know, but it'll be interesting though. It just depends. It just depends where we are in the league at that point, to be honest.
Yeah, I pretty much think the same. We haven't got the players to win the cup. That's for sure. This time around, maybe with some decent investment during the summer, maybe able to get ourselves one step closer. And I'll say within a couple of years, maybe we could be in a final.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's still quite a while yet. You're in for something special for Watkins and James's part. Should be something to hold hot, yeah. In terms of James's part, the atmosphere is going to be the best it's probably ever been, really. Last time I remember St James Park being like an unreal atmosphere. It was probably the Europa League run we had. I remember score last minute when against the Russian teams. I mean, the atmosphere for that was just on another level. It was incredible. But what's this? Premier League champions Newcastle United, Sunderland relegated League Two next few seasons. I mean, there's going to be a lot of Sunderland jokes, that's for sure, over the next few months and the foreseeable future as well, for that matter. But congratulations, thank you, Chelsea fan. Yes, I mean, Chelsea on the Brian Richards had so much success. I mean, I would love to see something like that Newcastle, but I mean, the amount of trophies he's won over Chelsea, I mean, yeah, I can't see that happen, I'll be honest. But that's not what we're here for. I'm here to see a team progress and a team that wants it, and that's what's going to happen now. We want it, and we are going to try and go for it. But yeah, anything's better, mate. Actually, it's probably the best way of putting it. Newcastle next year, top four, man. I think you're a bit too over the top there, I would say. Yeah, it's way too early to say something like that.
If we can break into the top 10, then that'd be a success for me.
Top 10 thing? Yeah, I would say so. If it was a comfortable top 10, I would say I don't want to take the last couple of games to just sort of sneak in there, but there are a lot of decent teams in the league now. Even teams like Villa, West Ham have got unbelievable squads now. I mean, they are teams that you are really pushing there. Brighton's a team on the green pot. I mean, they look really well at the minute. I mean, I know a lot of these good teams in the league. I mean, Leeds, you can go on all day. I mean, there's a lot of the mid-tier teams that have got really good squads, you can say, and the leagues definitely get a lot more competitive. But in terms of teams getting promoted from the championship, I mean, it's just getting harder for those sort of teams now. I mean, you probably get that point next few seasons where it could honestly be the same three teams just going down every season from the championship. I mean, yeah, in terms of the way the leagues go, I mean, it's just more and more better teams, and I mean, it's going to be near impossible for some of the teams coming up. But what's the time now? Actually, 7 minutes past 1. I think I'll probably go for about 1:30. I think, Jason, that's right with you. I mean, I'm not tired. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to eventually get tired, but I'll go on 20 minutes or so. I think I'd be all right. But what's this? Yeah, Sunderland, the richest club in League One, Newcastle, the richest club in the world. I mean, the club richer than Sunderland League One, actually.
But they're not really. They're owned by the son of the rich, well, the one with the money. Daddy has all the money, but they're owned by the son. Yeah,
that is pretty spot on, to be fair. But to be fair, Sunderland, I'm pretty confident I would get promoted this season. But then again, did they lose 4-0 to Portsmouth last week? So you never know. But I mean, they're both pretty much a full new team, though. So sure, you got to get promoted. They kind of bought it again. But we'll quickly check me subs in the meantime. Actually, see what it's up to. But we are. Oh God, doing maths quickly. We are 266 of 10k. So I mean, we're heading there. We're not too far off now. So I mean, if anyone's new here, make sure to subscribe. We're trying to hit it before the Tottenham game. We'll see how things progress. But there's going to be a shit ton of videos in the channel next week. So I mean, yeah, it's going to be the most enjoyable time I've ever had making videos. I think, especially in Newcastle. I mean, don't know about you, Jason. You've got many videos planned over next week.
Well, I've got one coming out in tomorrow morning. I've got a nice little happy video to make, and then I'm doing my fans forum on Sunday, just to get everyone's opinion when they finally all calm down. So anyone's welcome to come on that.
I see what I'm doing Sunday. Actually, I think I'm free on Sunday. Yeah, I will, because I'm at the Gates game on Saturday. So depending on what time I'll be fine Sunday.
I usually do it about 8 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah, I'll be fine with that time. But I mean, you got any sneak peeks for your video tomorrow? Maybe quite vague in it so far.
Oh, I've only just written it all down, so it's just.
That's why you script the video was sure.
Let's just say I've made my own little Newcastle song just to say how happy we are. I got a little bit of influence from your little Brucey.
That's the thing as well, actually. I mean that song on Monday night and 2 days later. I mean, listen, maybe the song affected me. The takeover happened in the end, but I mean, we made that the chat literally 2 days later. I mean, we've got the takeover, so I mean, it was very decent timing. But I don't know how to make my next song, to be honest. I've said actually every single international week when we play shit, I will, but we're not really going to play shit anymore. So I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when the time calls for it. But I mean, so the atmosphere next game is going to be unreal, but we'll probably lose. I mean, I don't write off so easily. I mean, even before the tail happened, I mean, it's a good time to play Tottenham during the international week. I don't know if we're obviously going to beat them. I'm not quite an extremely confident man considering how shit we've been, but Yeah, I mean, the atmosphere is going to be incredible. I think it really will play on Tottenham's back. I think the players will struggle. I mean, St James's Park is always a hard ground to go to. When the atmosphere is good there, I mean, it's like any ground really good. You see, Anfield's got such a good record there because, I mean, you sing Never Walk Alone before the match begins. It gets some players' heads. I mean, yeah, I think in terms of Newcastle, yeah, it's going to be a hard day for Tottenham. I don't know what the result will be, but I think Tottenham would not have an easy game at all.
Harry Kane does have a nice scoring record against us, so that's St James's.
Yeah, that's true. And our defence is still shit. That's not
So
that is true. But listen, Harry Kane, I mean, he hasn't scored at all this season, if I remember correctly, has he? Has he scored this season?
I think he may have a couple, but didn't he not score for a while a couple of seasons ago, and then he in steps Newcastle, bangs in a couple, back to scoring form again.
Oh no, imagine it. Someone else saying I'm on Twitter. I'm a Rangers fan. Watching YouTube in my bed with my 50-inch TV. I mean, jeez, that is a setup there. I like that a lot. But I appreciate obviously fans with different clubs coming on. I mean, I absolute legend, power, great to see you here. But I mean, 50-inch TV watching Newcastle team. I mean, wow, love that power. But 1 second, yeah. I've got to say, I can quickly get your channel link in the comment section, Jason, so I can obviously people can check you out. 1 sec. Give me just a second, pal. But quickly get your YouTube back in again. There we go. I'll put his link in the chat, guys. Make sure you go check him out. Like you said, you've got some videos coming next couple of days. I mean, Newcastle fan. I mean, on the up. So make sure I go and check them out. Stick it in there. I don't think I'm pinning my comment from you, sadly, but I'll stick your link in the comments there. Make sure I go and check Jason out. But I'll read some more of the comments here. It's just
coming from a family of Palace fans as well.
Palace fans. I like Palace quite a lot. I think in terms of home atmosphere, I mean, Solidus Park, I mean, it's been incredible so far this season for them. I mean, I've got tickets to that one actually. I'm actually getting the Brighton and the what you call it, Palace tickets before the takeover, thankfully. So I'll be interested to see the Palace one. I've been down to both those games before, so I would say really, but I mean, Brighton away is actually going to be an enjoyable day. Despite how far it is, like it's actually going to go down and be excited for. I mean, not going to be an easy game at all, especially how Brighton have played. But I mean, we've got optimism now. I mean, I don't mind going down to Brighton and losing if we, actually look like we want to do so, which we now do as a club. What's this? I mean, this guy makes a valid point. Yeah, I was talking about the politics again. I mean, but yeah, Saudi was involved in everything in today's world. I mean, you want to just pinpoint Newcastle fans. It is just bias, really. I've seen so many Sunderland fans do. I mean, it's just bias just because Newcastle there. I mean, we can't enjoy Takeover because of the background. I mean, the Saudi Arabia is involved in everything now. I mean, like you said, they own Disney. Every single sport in the world is involved with Saudi Arabia in some way. I mean, there's loads of Saudi Arabia run clubs. I mean, you can just go on about it all day. Saudi Arabia owns everything now. It's just how it is. I mean, you can't just sort of just blame Newcastle for just pinpoint on them. Like it's not unlike at all. But I've heard a lot of that shit, and I don't care. We've got the Takeover. That's the one thing that sort of matters to me, really.
Exactly.
But 1 sec. What else we got here? 320 billion. When you think about that, is a lot of money. You think, mate? I don't know what makes you think that's a lot of money, but yeah,
just a couple of quid.
Yeah, PSG, before Newcastle, they were the richest in the world. They had 260 billion. Now Newcastle got 320 billion. So, I mean, when you think about a PSG, obviously just a ridiculously expensive club. I mean, you think of the signs they've got Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. I mean, in a few seasons. I mean, crazy. I don't know what happened to Newcastle, but I mean, who knows? That could be a squad Newcastle might look at in a few years' time. But yeah, there's still a lot of speculation. Oh, God knows what's going to happen. But this, how are you in Brazilian? I'm very fan to go to Newcastle. I hope they'll be welcoming your fans. Use a translator because I don't know any English. Fair enough. I'll be honest, I'm surprised the translator could pick up me sometimes. I got a really strong Geordie accent. But I'm still buzzing. We are actually the richest club in world football. Maybe envy for the clubs. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just what everyone's been saying on here. It's just I can't get it from my head. Like, I've been obviously I kind of knew about a couple of days. It's been announced hours ago, but it still hasn't sort of got my way in my brain that we are the richest club in world football. Like, nah, it's just what the actual fuck like. That's what to do. Really. Any of our current players surely now must look at themselves how to perform. But exactly, well, all these players are looking to have an opportunity because we know for a fact that in a couple of years' time, a good amount of those players will not be at the club. So now's your chance to step up and make a name for yourself, because there's going to be a lot of quick decisions at the club. There'll be players that'll we get the trust straight away. But I mean, you're seeing all the players treated there. I mean, pretty much all the players came out. The Cells, Willock, Maximum, Wilson all came out and just said, how happy they are for the takeover. Just put our power. I see the fans deserve. I mean, they know how important the takeover is, and they know exactly what the takeover holds for those players in the future. And I mean, we'll see how it is. We'll see which players turn up, but it's a really good opportunity to see what players are actually good and what players just don't belong at the club. It's really a good way of sort of speaking out the shit, I would say. But
just come out, play for the fans. Don't play for Bruce. Just let your feelings known about Bruce and just play for the fans and let the fans be that 12th man again.
Yeah. You don't have to play for Bruce all you want because he's not going to be here in a couple of days' time. But
hopefully.
No, he's no way he's going to get an match. I mean, yeah, the 40 came out instead of the one new direction. I mean, like you said earlier, or like Baz said earlier, sorry, that obviously you looked at polls, stuff like that. I looked at the fans' reception of certain things. I mean, all you have to do is look at Steve Bruce's stats, and that tells you the full story. He will get the chop, and it's that simple. Look, he's £8 million. He can go to wherever the hell he wants. Listen, if I ever see Steve Bruce from the Buffs, me, I will buy you a pint. Thank you for not getting us relegated as much as I can't stand them. Thank you, because it's eventually led to this, even though it obviously didn't mean to. But I'm getting these drink. Do your own thing. Fuck off from this football club. It's that simple. Do not come to this football club ever again. Do your own thing. Not my problem anymore. That's how I'm going to look at it.
Exactly. Just get on a catapult and just get launched away.
But this will say me if you couldn't football manager and the buy edit, I'd give Newcastle loads of money. I mean, exactly football manager next year. I mean, the job's already been done for you. But I mean, this is honestly like football manager in real life. I mean, football manager would take it was Newcastle getting that game. I mean, it's the real thing. Like, this is football manager in real life. It's in the history books. It is down there. I mean, the richest club to ever exist. I mean, I don't know how long that will last for, but I mean, listen, we've had that in my lifetime. That's what I can say. And I mean, yeah, I'm very proud to say that. Sure, you might up his game now. You watch. Well, he made back from his injury, I think, for the Tottenham match, and I personally probably would play him against Tottenham just due to Willock's injury. I mean, who else we've got? Hayden had a dog shit game. Hendrick, I mean, I know you don't like Hendrick, but I mean, he was our best midfielder against Wolves. Longstaff was dog shit against Wolves. I mean, there's no one else really. I think Shelby has to start because it's just no one else to play at this point, really. But
Dubravka, Shelby,
Wilson,
and Wilson's always meant to be back, but I don't think Dubravka will play. I think Darlow will still be in goal for that game.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, there's no reason to be swapping at the minute. I mean, yes, people can argue Dar should have done better against Wolves, but I mean, the defence is stitching him away. There's only so much he can do. I mean, it's dog shit defence in front of him, but we got spammers here. I'll quickly put them in timeout, lads. Block user. They are chairs the heads up there, but 1 sec. Newcastle sort of Geordie so hard. No, this you can slag off all you want, pal, but Newcastle fans gonna be happy. You can talk about so all you want, but listen, pal, the amount of clubs in the Premier League are trying to buy a league now. I mean, it's just absolutely rubbish, mate. We've got the soul, we've got the history. That's all that matters. I've been to all these games where I'm like, actually, the same audio Newcastle fans did it. I can enjoy this moment, and I don't want to hear otherwise, but if I can, this that'd be fun. I've got work tomorrow, but not going now. I'm fucking amateur now. Yeah, I've got a feeling there'll be a lot of people not attending work tomorrow. I mean, if I had uni anything like that tomorrow, hell no, I'd be going in. I would not be going in. But thankfully, I've stopped myself that I would have been hungover this morning because I was really bad at the ground. But I mean, I had to go. I think I went home about 6ish. I mean, people were there now 5 hours or so after that. But I mean, I got my video done. I seen the Takeover what happened live at the stadium. I mean, I got what I came for. And I mean, I don't want to be sick in the morning, so that's how I looked at it. I still got the burps now. I'm gonna be off now, but We're going for another 10 minutes, guys. We're kind of quits after that, but ask any questions you want. What's this? Yeah, I've heard people already on Newcastle shirts and Bappy in the back. Jesus Christ. If any mad people getting Bappy in the back, fair enough. But Bappy, I'm good to have a Jaeger bomb. God, I hate Jaeger bombs with passion. I really fucking hate them. I'm more Sampica, man. Let's go. Yeah, Newcastle will be saw that goalkeeper edition. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the goalkeeper coach as well. I think even the sort of goalkeepers that aren't the best in Newcastle, I mean, most of them have been really good. Obviously, the exceptions like Gillespie in a couple of games he played. Obviously, Jack Annick, he got shoved in to be fair to him. But Newcastle have always been set with the goalkeepers. I mean, throughout history, Newcastle have always had good goalkeepers. So I don't think that would change, that's for sure. And obviously, I definitely at the minute it's all right. But Gillespie needs to go or clear up the space, especially with Woodman now. I mean, again with Woodman, though, I don't know what his future holds. I haven't enjoyed him at all in the games played with Newcastle. Yes, his defence was shit, but I still think he should have any chances he had. I mean, he has experience for Swansea. I mean, yes, he's still young, but this is the guy that won the World Cup a few years ago for England. I mean, yeah, I expect the ball from him, I'll be honest, when he was in goal for us, but maybe I'm a bit harsh.
I think Woodman is more of a championship type player. He's well, apart from the defence, he's conceded in every single game. So apart minus the cup game against Burnley, but then we lost out on penalties. Even though Bruce said we didn't lose, but we didn't go through, so we obviously lost.
Yeah, I can't believe he said afterwards, "Oh, we didn't lose the match." He hasn't cheated himself and lost in penalties. Just shut your shit, will you? 66 years since the last won an English trophy. Yeah, of course, in affairs, that was the last trophy 52 years ago. I mean, despite that, it's still the 9th biggest club ever in English football in terms of major honours. I mean, yeah, the history is there, and honestly, I would love to see obviously another major honour go in that trophy cabinet. But let's say though, a long way to go. But I'd definitely on there. Remember Patrick Cesar? I always remember Patrick Cesar. I never forget him. I got his autograph right on my wall in my room. Loved him. I actually loved him as a player. I know obviously he wasn't the player he was in his first 6 months at the club, but he still had a couple of double-figure seasons for Newcastle. I mean, he still provided what he could. He's a bit of a poacher, but he still put the ball in that majority of the time, which is what we wanted for him.
Do you remember when he came out and said he had to go see like a witch doctor because he thought he had a curse on him from scoring goals, and they had to do like some little sacrificial things to get him scoring again? It didn't help.
Jesus Christ, yeah, I do remember actually. But oh God, I can't believe that is true. That is a true story. But Bruce will be cleaning the office out before Monday. Oh, you damn right he will be. Good. I just hope you just dump your stuff, put them in some bin bags, and just dump your stuff out in the morning. I couldn't give a toss about there.
Just lob it out the window.
Exactly. I just dump it all out today. Do one, Bruce. But a Rangers fan before he's put he put a picture on. I mean, that's a great setup. That's quickly retweet on Twitter for you. But I appreciate the support, mate. Obviously, as well as the 100 viewers that minute. I mean, 100 viewers to 20 past 1 in the morning. It's mental. But a lot of people are happy. A lot of people are excited, and they should be. This is a start of a new dawn for Newcastle. Start of a new era. This is the first official day of a brand new takeover for Newcastle. I mean, yeah, it's just incredible, isn't it? But a lot of people mentioned Cece's goal against Chelsea. Yeah, it is one of the best Premier League goals. I mean, it just borderline defies laws of physics. That goal is just. I mean, I don't know how he done that. The thing is, he meant it as well because there's no one in the box. He literally just done it for the sake of it, and it's found its way. I mean, what a goal that was! But Cece did score some screamers. You're correct in that one, but. Just something that we could actually be watching good football in coming weeks and watching a title contending club in coming years, mad. Yeah, it still hasn't hit me yet, I'll be honest. It still hasn't quite sunk in for me. But what about you, Jason? Has it hit you yet?
It's weird. It's like it's hit, but it's not hit because of the fact that we've still got him in charge at the moment. And just to see a great game come out of the club would be like, where the hell has this come from? This is not Newcastle. We're so used to seeing crap and the usual 30% possession that we constantly get. Just to see a 50% or a 60% like dominate a game would be, what the hell am I watching? This can't be real.
That's man. But what else got up the castle? Yes, up the castle indeed. On sick. What else got? Yeah, someone said this at the ground today, actually. Someone saying, I feel sorry for Steve Bruce because he's been shafted by the other. I don't feel sorry for one bit because he would have sent us down this season because Steve came out and said he wasn't going to walk. Yes, I don't blame him because he's obviously going to get £8 million for not walking, but still, he was in it for the game. He didn't care about his football club. He's not a Newcastle fan. I mean, yeah, I don't feel sorry for one bit. He's going to get £1 million for getting sacked. He can do one. It really was a pain watching that team. He didn't know his best squad. He clearly didn't revise the matches. He didn't look at opposition before games. He was stealing a living. He done nothing at this club. He didn't add anything to this team. He was stealing a living. Honestly, I've never seen someone half-ass a job more in my life. It was that simple. But yes, he didn't get relegated, but he was a shite manager. I can't feel sorry for him one bit at all. I really can't.
Spent the most money in the history of the club as well.
Actually. If you went and got a massive manager that could actually do some of our team, I mean, I'm really intrigued to see the next manager. There's so many options out there. I mean, just like picking candy from it, and just which bit you want to get out. But just more of these kinds. Messi, I grew up watching Sammy on the these players are going to say shit like this.
Sammy, wow.
Are you watching Newcastle? I feel like I've been watching Shearer as a kid. Or I watched the Goal movie. It was such a good film. I mean, I thought you're going to hear more until these come out. But it's the last couple of minutes now, guys. So we're wrapping up. Any more comments on down below? But
well, I could literally say I grew up watching Nico Dabazas, Laurent Robert, Shearer, the Shearer Bellamy partnership, which was so dominating.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously a bit before my time, I couldn't watch that stuff live. But I mean, obviously watching it back in the DVDs and stuff like that is incredible. But yeah, I'll quickly discuss what new videos I got on the channel next week or so, and then we'll wrap things up. But in terms of my channel tomorrow, I will get a Takeover video out. I've got a couple sorted. I'll get one out tomorrow. Not be any more live streams on the Takeover now. Obviously, we've kind of got our celebrations out last day or so. But in terms of Saturday, I'll be invited down by Gates at the game, so I'll be down there to obviously do a vlog of that match. On Monday, I'll be watching the 23s at Benton Park, so I'll be intrigued to be vlogging in the 23s, especially their future, obviously in speculation now. And in terms of next week, of course, Tottenham vlog on the Sunday. We've got 1,000 likes on Twitter, so I will have to wear the Saudi costume at the St James's Park. So, I mean, frankly, I'm not the only person doing it, but that will be happening on the channel. That is confirmed. But I'll quickly plug myself before we go as well. I mean, obviously, if you enjoy the live stream, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe you on We're on the road to 10k. But I mean, Jason, I know you said it before, but you want to quickly give us something about your channel before you go.
Newcastle content, comedy content, whatever you name it. Keeping it tuned, YT. I've just gone past 100 subs, so finally into the 3 digits and working my way up.
A good man. Obviously, keep at it, mate. And there'll be plenty more Newcastle fans coming in now after the Takeover. I mean, there's going to be a lot of new fans coming at this club. I mean, I welcome them all. I welcome anyone to come to this club. But quickly read a couple more comments till we head off. Though, what's this? Aguero will be good at Newcastle. I mean, he's got injury for Aguero now. He hasn't got the legs anymore, and I don't think he'll come back to the Premier League. I think that Man City one really was his sort of one club career in the Premier League. Night, lads. Listen, night, Rubenstein, mate. Hope you have a great sleep. Enjoy your hangover, but he's a man of luck because you can have that hangover all you want, but you can't say I've got the Takeover. That's the important part. But it's much high, But I imagine saying that. But I never watched that before. Actually, I'm a massive fan of Only Fools and Horses. I used to watch that all the time. But I've never watched the Newcastle comedy one though. I heard it's really good though, so I do need to go and check at some point. Sack Bruce, yes, he will be gone shortly. I mean, thank fuck for that. But
you're gonna wake up tomorrow to see that news.
I know, literally. But I appreciate everyone coming out tonight, lads. Quickly check out the view counts being tonight. In terms of this live stream, I mean, we had a total of 4,600 viewers for it, so that's mental from like 11 o'clock to 1:30. So cheers for all that. But listen, lads, audience enjoy it. What's the quickly add this one here? Adam asked you this last day. I had 24 hours was the Saudi chant. I haven't came up one yet, lads. I'm waiting to take off first. I mean, we'll see how things go. But cheers everyone for coming on the stream. By the way, I mean, thank you all for your support, regardless of what team you do. Obviously, support as a whole. Thank you for thank you for sticking by Newcastle. Thank you for your nice comments. And there'll be plenty more content on the channel now. Obviously, a bright future ahead for everyone involved in Newcastle United. But take care, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Jason, for coming on for the 2 hours, mate. But Anyway, without further ado, guys, see you on the next one. See you in a bit. Goodbye. But quickly end.